Also, hello there, Handy. I'll hold up in my bed in a pose like a sleeping ferret. Oh boy. Well, that's something to come back to. We're gonna wait and see if anyone else is going to drop in. Hopefully. What the fuck is currently playing? I would love it if I... That's great. But yeah, hopefully some more people actually drop in. Because that would be pretty nice. Oh, wait, I almost forgot it. There we go. Kind of funny how I'm almost always first. True. That is actually kind of funny. So let me just, there we go. I feel like this is everyone's sleepy day. I mean, fair enough. But we got some updates here, and I feel like just kind of, you know, going over some of them, just kind of having a little bit of fun, because why the hell not? Hello there, Ark. Hello there, Xavier. We'll be in the shadows for a bit. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. At least we got a few more people finally dropping by. That's sweet. Yeah, there's also one other video that I almost forgot about, that I should probably also pull up as a preliminary here. Actually, I forgot he does upload clips from live, so I actually won't be, but I just do need to take my pills. Alright, fair enough. What's a completionist? Well, I mean, the actual term itself just mainly refers to people who just kind of like 100% like video games that they decide to play. But the completionist is a well-known YouTuber who, well, to be honest, the entire fucking story in and of itself is really fucking weird. But apparently, the completionist, his name is Gerard, apparently, apparently had an entire charity called the Open Hand Foundation that that he and his family ran for like the better part of a decade. And apparently it was discovered that barely any money was actually being donated to any, like, you know, research to, you know, put an end to, like, dementia or, like, any of its, or, like, anything related to dementia. So literally no research was actually fucking done. And then, as people looked deeper, they found out that there was just some money that wasn't even, like, being, like, made, that wasn't even accounted for, apparently. Because apparently it wasn't just, like, the live streamed, like, you know, Indie Land event that Gerard was mostly hosting, but apparently his dad was hosting a fucking golf tournament every single year that also was collecting donations for Open Hand. And well, apparently the money collected from the golf cup just well, isn't even factored into the earnings of Open Hand for each year. Which is, yeah, it's really weird. But we have a couple videos here. Obviously, we have Mudahar's video from a couple days ago. That should serve as a good preliminary to the actual video that we're going to take a look at, which is, of course, Gerard's response that he finally decided to make, well, yesterday, actually, as of doing this, but, yeah. So it's going to be... It's gonna be a fun one today. Anyways, let me just quickly, switch. Okay, there we go. Now I gotta fucking... where is it? There it is. There we go. Got the other window capture. Okay. There we go. Now we got everything. Everything's all set up. Everything's hopefully functioning. So yeah, we got a couple things to take a look at here, everyone. But anyways, before we get into anything, how is everybody doing today? I almost forgot to ask that. Sleepy but happy to see you. Alright. That's pretty good. Got any more people dropping by? Just woke up at like 8:49. Hmm. I get a few friends here, alright. Alright, go right ahead. Nice. Hmm. Yeah. I guess I can kind of understand that. Sometimes my own sleep schedule is just all over the fucking place, man. That nasty massive bruise on my knee, jeez. I mean, hopefully you're able to rest, kiddo, cause oh god. Doesn't hurt, but it looks bad. I mean, just take it easy, alright? Anyways, we're waiting for potentially, maybe a few more people to drop by. I suppose I might as well do... I suppose I might as well give a few progress updates here for those who maybe aren't in the Discord yet or didn't really pay attention to the announcement if you are in the Discord. Funny how you say that when I... God damn it. But, anyways, progress updates. The big project, I finally managed to get the main script done. I still need to work on the secondary script, which is mainly for some of the voices that are potentially going to be within this big project. Because I do plan to have some of that, because that is hopefully going to enhance the overall theme of the video in and of itself. But hey, main script is finally done, which is fantastic. Now I just need to work on a few other scripts, which hopefully won't take nearly as long as the main script. Xavier, I don't think that's what sadist means. Yeah, don't worry, I get that. So you like inflicting it on others, sadist, you like it done to you. Other way around, actually, Ark. My morning brain fog is strong. Yeah, don't worry, I fucking understand that one, man. Alright, anyways. Let's just get started here. So, of course, okay, wow, that is very fucking quiet. I don't like that. So anyway, when I do get my channel up and running, I would love to do an interview with you. Alright, I wouldn't mind that. That actually kind of sounds like fun. But yeah, anyways, we have a video here from Mudahar from a couple days ago, and apparently he is going to be making his own response to maybe Gerard's response. At least that's my assumption. I don't know when that's going to come out. It's either going to be maybe sometime later today or at some point tomorrow. Who the hell knows at this point? Apparently, Carl is also going to be making his own video in response to this, but it's going to take a little bit longer, which, you know, perfectly fine. But can't wait to see when those happen. That's going to be fun. But anyways, let's first take a look at this, because I feel like this is a good preliminary into what the fuck we're about to be getting into with this video right here. So, yeah, as we can see here from the title here, Completionist Charity finally donated. We're about to be seeing exactly what is within this video here. Probably not going to take a look at the entirety of it, for obvious reasons, but we're going to see exactly what the fuck happened. So let's just get started.
Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and boy oh boy, do I have an actual update for you guys regarding that.
That is one hell of an introduction. Hello there, Kilt Cajun. How you doing? You're definitely a new face around here. Welcome aboard. Anyways, General Vague, hello, what's up? Ark told me to come with a gun to my head. But, hey, welcome aboard. Welcome, everybody. We're taking a look at some of the, new stuff that's, dropped in relation to the Completionist and his charity. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at, Gerard's response that he, uploaded yesterday. And, of course, we're first gonna take a look at Mutahar's most recent video about the situation, because I have yet to fucking see it, so that's gonna be fun. Lame Archie sent me. Alright. But, yeah, welcome aboard. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. Anyways.
Completionist situation, me and Carl recovering. Now, you might be wondering, whoa, this is, a pretty big update after literal days when you covered your last big video on this. What could have actually changed? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just say the bare minimum, but albeit very positive news, is a donation has been made, okay, ladies?
Well, congratulations. The bare minimum has actually finally happened after pretty much about a fucking decade. It took Gerard an entire decade to finally issue a donation, and it was only after he was under fire for this shit coming out. Listen, okay. Again, props to Gerard for actually fucking donating. But he shouldn't have needed to have a fire lit under his ass in order for him to actually fucking do it in the first place, okay? That's just all I really have to say.
Gentlemen, one thing that I am actually proud to say here is that, compared to a lot of other stories that I've seen with money that has currently been tossed up in a kerfuffle, usually nobody ever hears about the positive side of the money flow. That just gets sort of thrown out to the wayside. Now, one thing that somebody on Reddit picked up through a Google alert, one thing that I should actually learn how to Google alert again, because it didn't show up for me, was apparently Open Hand Foundation raised the money through internet donations in an effort to find a cure for frontotemporal dementia. Now, this came from a website known as Street Insider. Don't really know what that's all about. Interesting name. But again, Street Insider, the King of Prussia, Pennsylvania? Huh.
Is that an I'm sorry, I now have to look that up just to make sure that that's an actual location. That sounds so fucking weird. Let's start a... oh my god. Let's start a deceptive charity and put it on the internet. Certainly nothing goes wrong. True! Hang on. I have to now look this up. Fuck. Oh. Okay, so it is an actual location. Okay, well, I guess I learned something new today. King of Prussia is an actual fucking place in Pennsylvania. It's honestly very similar to the revelation that I had that Hyperia is an actual location in Canada, so, hey, that's funny.
That's an interesting location. The Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration, which is AFTD, the nation's leading nonprofit organization helping families affected by frontotemporal degeneration today, announced it received a $600,000 gift from the Open Hand Foundation. Now, to understand, we've been covering the Open Hand Foundation for literally the last month, me and Carl Jobst, and one of the interesting parts about this investigation was we looked through their public filed IRS records, which showed that they were basically capturing money. This is the most recent actual disclosure to the IRS, the recent 990 PF4.
I guess it wasn't enough of a reputation hit being on set when he had a hold my beer moment. I have no idea what it is that you're actually talking about here. I'm not sure what lore drop this is in relation to.
Where they ended up having $655,000 by the end of the year, and of course, they were literally contributing nothing of it in payments to charities, grants, or contributions. Now again, throughout the entire life cycle of this charity, at least on paper, they were not actually sending any money over. Me and Carl actually interviewed Gerard, and we had a discussion with him as well about this, and unfortunately, it seemed like our reviewing of the paperwork matched what Gerard has told us, that at least the money is there, but yeah, he found out about it 2022, should have probably donated earlier than that.
I've never seen the Frost Sexism in Gaming G4 speech. That sounds familiar. I feel like the moment that you like brought up like G4, I feel like I've heard that before. Like it's like one of those weird fucking memories that for some reason I have, but my brain is just like refusing to let me remember all of it. I now have to look this up. I now have to look this up to make sure that I'm not just going fucking insane. I have to now look this shit up. The fact that when I look up G4 Frost, one of the first things I fucking see here is G4 Meltdown. Oh dear God in heaven, this is an entire fucking lore drop. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look at this.
Player one, but I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online. Sexism in gaming.
Listen, I understand that this is probably one hell of a fucking stun lock, but I'm sorry, I just have to get caught up on this just to make sure that I'm not, like, going insane. I feel like I've heard this person's name before. I've heard of fucking G4, I swear to Christ.
In joining G4...
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a
Wait,
child.
hang on, what the fuck? Okay, there's no way on God's green earth that that is fucking Gerard. It looks like him. Well, that can't be him, right? Like, I'm not high, am I?
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah.
In joining G4, I was...
That's him? Oh, you've got... Oh no, that's unfortunate. Feel like there's a decent amount of sexism in gaming, but my experience is that people in voice lobbies are actually nicer to girls than they are to guys. Yeah, to an extent that is true. And while I could probably try to dissect a lot of the potential psychology and whatever the fuck else that is probably goes into something like that, I'd rather not get into that, and I feel like I would probably get some shit wrong on that one because well, I'm not a fucking professional, to be completely honest. I just know bits and pieces. Used to be a TV channel, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think if I do remember correctly, it was a TV channel, and then it, like, moved over to YouTube, and then it, like... I feel like at some point after... I'm now actually... My fucking brain is now, like, piecing this shit together like a broken vase right now, but, like, if I remember correctly, like, at some point, like, a couple months after this weird fucking rant, apparently G4 just ended up just imploding. I might be wrong on that one, but I feel like that's what happened. And I don't know if it was because of this speech that it ended up getting just getting royally fucked, or if it was just because just like everything else sucked about G4. Catalyst for this was people dogged on Frost because of her take on PS4 versus Xbox console sales and got a PS4 exclusive so wrong. She took it personal because... Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Of course this was sparked due to console wars bullshit. Ugh, for fuck's sake, man. Again, I'm not gonna deny that, like, fucking sexism in video games is, like, you know, not, like, a problem, because to an extent it definitely is in certain aspects and whatnot. And That shit does fucking suck at the end of the day. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. But like there are definitely better ways to handle it other than like going out and like basically going fucking insane. Address it, yes, but like I don't know. Something about it just feels off.
Was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child.
What's up, Nerd Raptor? Or fuck, that's York, right? Yeah. So you suggest that sexism is a skill issue. You know, I could probably... You know what? I could probably back up that study. Hell yeah. That sounds like a reputable source. 100% a skill issue. If you're sexist, that's a skill issue. I'm sorry, man.
But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous host.
I'm sorry. What? No fucking way in hell. This is an actual line that was spoken by an actual human being. There is no way on God's green earth. No fucking way. Please tell me that I'm like on some acid trip. Okay, now I can see why my brain just refused to remember any of the details on this. Oh my god, I would have fucking died. Oh my god. What the fuck? It gets so much better. Oh god, I'm scared to find out. What do we got?
It's somehow
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's not a compliment.
It's weird.
Okay, listen, I will in fact say, the guy that is just like screaming it's weird, I mean, he's not wrong. And last time I checked, I don't think there is any human being on planet Earth. I don't think there's anyone, especially the boys in chat. I don't think anyone has gone out of their way to brag about how much they decided to jack it, you know, as like a fucking like, you know, thing to boast about or as like a compliment. Like the only time in which I could see that is on like a fucking 4chan board. That's the only time in which I would actually see something like that actually being a reality. I'm sorry. I don't think they're, like, unless you're talking about, like, 4chan or fucking Reddit, I don't think that that's a regular fucking occurrence in real life. Because, yes, it is fucking weird to boast about something like that. Because everyone would probably look at you and state, wow, you're insane. Unless you're taking the piss out of yourself. Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably the only exception, but even still, like, that would just be weird. Everyone's gonna catch some heat in a Call of Duty lobby? Yeah. Like, I hate to be the guy to actually say this, but I feel like that there are, in fact, quite a few people that do exist nowadays that would not last 5 seconds in, like, a 2010s Call of Duty lobby. Like, I hate to be that kind of guy, but yeah, there are, in fact, some people that exist nowadays that would not survive back then. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. To an extent, it probably isn't that much of a fucking good thing, but, like, like, they just wouldn't fucking survive, that's all I gotta say. They would combust immediately. Like, if you thought you heard creative roasts, my brother in Christ, you genuinely have not heard shit until you've heard some of the creative-ass roasts that come from Call of Duty lobbies back in the 2010s. Only experienced sexist comments at least once in a YouTube comment. He told me, and I quote, "Well, you're a woman, so you don't know much." I hit him back with, "Ah, you're a sexist pig." Yeah. Yeah, people that just decide to immediately just resort to something like that, yeah, that's fucking stupid. Don't resort to insults right away. Yeah, exactly. That's true, because those insults and meaning words are tactical. Get into the head of your opponent and piss them off, yeah. Which is why I rarely ever take any insults directed towards me very seriously. Mainly because I just, at the end of the day, don't really fucking care. Like, I've had people say, oh, you wear a fucking Plague Doctor mask in your face cam videos, that's fucking weird. Yeah, no shit, it's fucking weird. And that's also the first test of, what when it comes to my fucking channel. If you're able to look past the fact that I dress up as a Plague Doctor in order to deliver information, congratulations, you passed the first test. You passed the first test, congratulations, with flying fucking colors. Ah, another new face, what's up, Steve? You should have told him they identify as a chatbot in your... Oh, goodness. Gen X, if you're gonna insult me, you better be original and inventive. Yeah, fair enough.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
Well, I feel like to an extent, this is probably correct and incorrect at the same time. It's weird to explain. Again, if I remember correctly, G4 was originally a TV channel, and I feel like those original hosts did in fact exist to, well, pretty much be probably some sort of eye candy at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually was the fucking case. But they were probably also good hosts at the same time, so it's kind of like a, yeah, they probably were, but they probably weren't at the same time kind of deal. Like, that's probably what it is. It's like a weird case of, well, you're correct, but also at the same time, you're probably not that correct. It's weird to take an issue with a Plague Doctor mask who actually cares. It's a cool look. Thank you. Funny lore behind that. People in live chat and a channel I mod for have thought I was a bot welcoming people and being so nice, which I find a bit sad. I mean, hey, some people will just kind of resort to something like that, but hey, whatever. I'm at work, but Ark asked us to swing by, and I'm sorry, I had to do a fucking double take because, okay, thank you, Kilted Cajun. Okay, oh. First fucking donation on a stream, and, okay, wow, thank you very much. Compensation for putting this torture on you, and yes, Olivia Munn was hired because sexy. Okay, thank God. Thank God I wasn't entirely wrong on that one. That fucking threw me off. I was not... I got jump scared by the yellow donation. Again, thanks. Oh god, I was not expecting that. Thank you very much. I dressed up as a Plague Doctor for Halloween if it was specifically inspired by Darkest Dungeon. That actually sounds pretty fucking sick. I guess for some of you guys who probably, you know, haven't actually seen that far back into some of my videos, and to be fair, when I did fucking bring this up, for some reason, I thought it was a brilliant idea to use fucking Genshin Impact gameplay. I'm not gonna fucking deny that. That is the first and only video in which I decided to throw something like that up. But, fun fact about the Plague Doctor mask that I regularly use on this channel, as well as, well, the main thing that is displayed on this channel is the main avatar here. That Plague Doctor mask was originally used for a costume, for a Halloween costume for specifically the Lunatic Cultist from Terraria. It was a very fucking simple costume. It was just that Plague Doctor mask and a purple fucking, like, full-body robe, and that's literally all it was. It worked, but I lost the robe, but I still have the mask. And that's just kind of what I use. She was hired because sexy and had a great attitude about it. She ran away with it and was funny about it. Well, I mean, hey, at least she was able to have some fun with that, you know? Just straight up not even denying it, just kind of, you know, kind of going like, yeah, whatever. I can respect that. I can respect people like that that just kind of look back and just kind of go like, yep, that's probably why I was hired. I don't care.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes.
I will not. I will not be doing that, actually, because that just sounds like even more agony that I'd rather not put myself through. Also, let me fully close the door to prevent any further weird background noise. Jesus Christ. Ow. But yeah, I'd rather not put myself through any more suffering than I really need to. I just need to try and open this fucking memory inside of my head of this shit even existing in the first place. That's the only reason why I'm fucking watching this right now. Very weird fucking stun lock, but hey, that's just what's going on here.
Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or...
Okay, so, okay, wow, that is just actually just straight up the completionist on G4. Wow, that is an unfortunate thing to have on your track record right there. Oh yeah, I was part of, I was on G4 at some point. I was on G4 at some point, shortly after it fucking died. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Completionist, and today I'm gonna be doing a completionist run of scamming several hundred people. I guess he really is just trying to, you know, really fit that title of the completionist.
For myself, don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're XPlay and not Adam Play. We have done the
Okay, and who the fuck cares? Also, who is this guy on the fucking television screen? Who is this fucker? Who the hell is that? Who is this man with his arms just like right up in the fucking camera? Who the fuck? Adam Sessler? I'm sorry, I can't get over that. He's just there doing a fucking penguin clap for some reason. Jesus Christ! Oh my god. I will never get that fucking image out of my head. That is funny as hell.
experiment and controlled.
Oh my god! We got a fucking close-up! We actually just get a straight up 4K HD close-up of him penguin clapping in front of the camera with the stone cold expression on his face. I'm surprised this isn't fucking parody. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm fucking crying laughing. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm surprised I didn't remember this. This is the funniest shit ever. Looks so fucking disappointed too. You know what? I feel like if I was part of a fucking like dying, you know, TV network, I feel like I would probably be very disappointed. I feel like I would be very disappointed too.
For the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And
I'm wondering if there's anything backing that up. Has anyone told you your laughter is contagious? No, no one has actually told me that, but hey, you know, I'll wear that one as a badge of honor as well. That's good. But Jesus Christ, this is one hell of a ride. Also, okay, I'm sorry, but this expression is just reminding me of, like... It's just reminding me of, like, the... No, let her finish that. Okay.
yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have to let that entire thing play out without my interruption. I got up a few seconds, you need to hear the entire statement. Yeah, I will 100% do that. Hang on, fuck.
And not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled for the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does.
So, wait a fucking minute. Recovering Muda and Carl's responses to Gerardo when they come out? Oh yeah, definitely. I'll definitely be taking a look at those when they happen. But, this video, we're currently in a fucking stun lock right now, just taking a look back at the past because, I can't remember who the fuck brought this up, but apparently, I didn't even know this, but apparently Gerard was on fucking, G4, at least before it fucking imploded. And was also here for this weird fucking, like, meltdown. But, I'm sorry, but I just have to say, she just goes like, you know, I read the other half of the script, but then I get flamed. Meanwhile, you know, I mean, sure, it happens to these other guys here. I mean, we're not going to discount that, but you know, just pay attention to me. I'm sorry, but like, doesn't the fact that it's like an equal opportunity thing just like basically kind of discount that? Fuck are you talking about? Everyone gets trashed, but if it happens to me, it's sexist. Yeah, that is just fucking sad. I'm sorry, man. Frost killed G4. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if that was actually true, because this is... God, this is just a fucking schizo rant. Reading off a script about what you're supposed to say is as boring as sports and award shows. I'll go off on long rabbit trails and rants, and I like that style because you can lead it back to the topic. Yeah, that's what happens with my videos, too. Like, very rarely I ever, like, write a script for any of my, like, responses to people. The only times in which I ever do scripts or anything is for, you know, videos where either A, I kind of need to have it to make sure that I don't get shit wrong, which is usually, like, I guess, like, my more structured rant-style videos, if you want to call it that. And, of course, the big one that's hopefully going to be coming out at some point in the near future. I have no idea when, though, so don't get it. So, you know, don't hold your breath. Things didn't implode until she brought up sexism in video games, yeah. Again, like I mentioned before, I'm not saying that, you know, sexism in video games doesn't fucking exist, but, like, the way that Frost here apparently decided to bring this shit up is just the complete fucking wrong way to even bring it up at all, because this is just petty garbage at the end of the day. Like, fuck's sake, man. Let's see, is there any more to this?
Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that all receive special flame just for being a woman.
Huh? Well, the fuck does that even mean? The ones that, like, I'd probably have little bullet points, but mainly when I make videos, it'll have little to no script. Yeah, that's literally what I fucking do. Unironically, that's literally just what I fucking do. Hell, literally the scripts that I just write are mainly just, like, you know, bullet points of, like, important things that, you know, need to be covered or things that happen. And then, like, little notes afterwards, you know, for, you know, maybe, like, you know, explain what's going on or explain your thoughts or something like that, just to make sure that isn't just me reading fucking bullet points the entire fucking time. But yeah, whenever it comes to like just like response videos or anything like that, very rarely do I ever actually have like a script. I mean, sure, I'll like maybe pre-watch some of them to at least get an idea as to what the fuck I'm up against. I've started doing that now. But aside from that, like, I don't have a script. Barely read articles, I record no way, do scripted videos, yeah. That's why scripted videos for me are pretty fucking rare. Usually I just kind of go in, maybe have a little bit of an idea as to what the fuck I'm up against, and then I just kind of go from there. I pretty much do just about everything on this fucking channel. Like, I do the recording, I do the editing, I do all that shit. Even the thumbnails. Pretty much the only thing that I don't do is, of course, well, obviously, the artwork and whatnot that I decide to feature around here. You know, for, like, my avatar and, like, whatever the fuck else.
And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make X-Play. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that...
Okay, and... my main question is, why the fuck should I care? Right, anyways, I got pinged somewhere. Who in the hell? Oh shit, fuck. One of my friends ended up joining, hang on. That's the wrong one. That's not what I wanted to fucking do. Roles, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm sorry, I just saw a fucking, what is this meme here? A video game I like is objectively good, but a video game I dislike is forever bad. You know, there are in fact some people that are just kind of like that. Careful, Sanity, if you don't care, you're sexist. That's the mindset she has. You have to care or else. Well, fuck. I guess that's just the reality that we fucking live in now. I guess now Frost is apparently the, you know, the arbiter of reality and controls the very fabric of, you know, the universe. Higher based on qualifications, that is true, to be completely honest. Let's just be fair here.
That are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current X-Play experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So.
Or maybe you just, like, shouldn't care nearly as fucking much. Like, yeah, sure, there's probably gonna be some dumb fucking incels that are gonna go out of their way to make some very fucking offhand remarks towards you, and I'm not gonna deny that that shit doesn't fucking happen to people. Trust me, that shit probably does happen. But here's the thing, okay? What the fuck are they gonna fucking do? And why should you care? Especially this much. I guess my favorite thing about entertainment, being lectured to. I mean, fucking true. I hate that shit. And this is, like, unironically just being lectured. Like, again, there are better ways to address, like, an actual fucking problem that does, in fact, exist. Don't get me fucking wrong here, but, like, this is the complete fucking wrong way to address it. This is not even addressing it. This is just being a petty fucking idiot. I don't think there's too much right there. Okay, stunlock over. We're gonna get back into the actual fucking... thing that we were originally here for. Jesus Christ, that was a long tangent, but hey, had fun doing it. Dear God, I'm still not gonna get over the fucking penguin, the fucking stone-faced penguin clapping. That is just, that's gonna live in my fucking head rent-free for the rest of the fucking day. That is gonna be the funniest shit ever. That is gonna stay in my head for the rest of the fucking day. But anyways, back to this. God. My job here is done. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Alright, here we go.
And ladies and gentlemen, to also understand, he ran an event after knowing that he didn't actually, that the money wasn't going anywhere, and still decided to host an event where he mentioned charities by name. Now, obviously, we mentioned charity fraud because the definition of charity fraud actually allows the this whole situation fell under the definition of it. Okay.
Yeah, and that is something that probably should genuinely be kept in mind, because it does fall under the definition of charity fraud. Because apparently, at least from what I've heard, apparently in Gerard's response, he states that he's going to be taking fucking legal action, apparently. Which, yeah, I don't know how well that's going to fucking end. I'm just going to be completely honest.
Which is not good, legally speaking. So for the longest time, we wondered, is the money there? Remember, we were initially told in that call that, hey, we were planning to send the money as of today, literally as we were calling, which shouldn't have been an issue. Obviously, if we'd have made the first video, they should have probably made a donation right there and then. But unfortunately, it did take weeks for the situation to come out. But thankfully, silver lining, and again, this is the bare minimum, like I said, but again, good foot towards actually making a charitable donation. $600,000 is not a scoffingly low amount of money. That's money that can do some serious life-changing, so it's good to see that they've actually donated the cash here. So they actually donated it on November 29th, which is just before me and Carl made our second round of videos where we actually investigated further into their charities and their charitable events.
Okay, so, let's keep that in mind. What fucking day was it?
Carl made our second round. They actually donated it on November 29th, which is just before me and Carl made our second round of videos where we actually investigated further into their charities and their charitable events.
Which is, again, they decided to literally make a donation after it was brought to light that nothing was being donated. Gerard stated his intention to sue people who made defamatory statements, so obviously he's referring to Mutahar and Carl. Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. Which, again, as far as I'm aware of, they didn't really make any defamatory statements. Like, again, this shit did fall under charity fraud. And for any other things that he could potentially sue for, again, it wouldn't exactly work. Because, like, at the very worst, what they fucking all they literally fucking did was just say, hey, here's where you can issue a complaint because of what we fucking discovered, and that is, like, the worst that they fucking did, but it's a relatively justified thing considering that nothing was fucking happening.
Where it turns out that they had a golf tournament that appears to be raking in some serious money, and of course we look further into the filings where it appears reasonably that maybe not all the money appears to properly be reported, which is grounds for any audit to happen. You know, people have wondered if we're just Snitchy McGee over here, but at the end of the day, I pay taxes, everyone, I assume from the United States here, pays taxes, especially if you work there. We pay taxes to these government bodies, so obviously if there's some malfeasance, allegedly, we should get the government to look into it. That's literally their job, okay?
Which is, of course, true. Charities who commit charity fraud should be sued, just my opinion, yeah. Again, I genuinely do not... I genuinely have no fucking clue exactly how well an actual fucking lawsuit or something like that would actually go. At most, he might be able to make a case for incitement of harassment, but he'd better have a good lawyer for that. Yeah, exactly. Like, that is... I mean, you're probably right on that one. That is probably the worst... That is probably the most he could potentially be able to sue for, but even still, that is extremely fucking shaky.
Make the government do its fucking job. Anyways, though, the gift will trigger matching funds for a drug discovery initiative, resulting in $200,000 in additional support for FTD research. So it seems like there's another group that's also putting in $200,000, which I guess is matching up to $800,000. Open-Hand is giving $600,000. So what they've actually said is the generous charitable donation will help to accelerate AFTD efforts in drug and research discovery. A portion of the gift will also be dedicated to a small grants program to empower people whose lives have been affected by FTD. Something I actually mentioned in my video, one of my videos, where I talked about, hey, this money could be given to people to assist with nursing costs, right? Families oftentimes give up their jobs just to take care of somebody who's been affected by dementia, because this does become a full-time caretaker job, right? So it's either do you work for a living or do you take care of your flesh and blood? It is a very, very tough choice.
Yeah. Yeah, taking a lot of that into account, yeah, just, like, when you really begin to think about it, the simple fact that, like, this money was just straight up not going anywhere, at least until the first round of videos were out, bringing this shit to attention, just... God. Jesus Christ.
For lots of families that don't have that financial flexibility. Anyways, though, we are grateful to the Open Hand Foundation, says Susan Dixon, AFDD CEO. Our organization is ideally positioned to ensure that this generous gift directly benefits families affected by FTD. Now, to understand, this is a charity that was mentioned before, and it's kind of interesting because I remember when me and Carl first got a written, response from the Open Hand Foundation, they were still trying to examine charities, right? They couldn't find anybody that fit their, worldview, their utopian idea of charities. And
which is an extremely weird fucking, like... It's an extremely weird excuse. Like, like, the thing that they say in response to, hey, we noticed that none of the money has really gone anywhere notable. What the hell is going on? And, like, the response is just, oh, we're still trying to look for, like, a good enough benefactor. When, for some reason, Gerard and whoever else was in the fucking Indieland things were listing off charities that they were at least, maybe donating to, at least, by assumption of, like, the people who were fucking donating, in those fucking streams. They thought that that money was going to be going to those fucking charities. When, in reality, it was just being held in limbo for whatever reason.
After so many years, literally in the last 3 weeks, maybe it's because me and Carl investigated this and brought this to light, that all of this was fast-tracked and the money was eventually given to somebody. Which again shows that those lofty ideals should never have existed. It's such a weird thing to...
Yeah, exactly, that's what I fucking said! Like, the moment that they ended up getting, like, you know, at least a good, like, maybe 10,000, like a good 10K, they should have at least sent that somewhere. I agree that you should make sure that it's a reputable one, but it doesn't take as long as they did to find out. Yeah, exactly. At most, it probably takes, like, maybe a day's worth of research to at least find a good handful of, like, reputable places to send that fucking money. And like I mentioned in the last fucking stream, like, apparently, at least according to Gerard, he didn't even fucking know about any of this shit that was going on until, like, 2 years ago, apparently. And for some reason, they only donated, like, literally just a handful of weeks ago, after the first round of videos from Mutahar and Carl were released, bringing this shit to the public's attention. In fact, let's actually see here. Fuck. I have to... Let's see here. When did the first round of videos about this situation actually come out? Completionist situation gets worse. 3 weeks ago. So, said the 29th. He said the 29th. This was released on the 13th. That is more than enough time for people to have already caught wind of this. Hell, I caught fucking wind of this and made my own video about that, like, at least, like, a good day after this shit happened. No good one from experience is the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Well, I'm not sure, Make-A-Wish... I think Make-A-Wish is more, about, like, children with cancer, and not really, like, dementia or anything like that. Like, that's kind of, like, what Open Hand was mainly, like, about, just, like, you know, about, like, dementia, and more specifically, what was it, like, fucking frontal temporal dementia, if I got that shit correct. I'm getting those words correct, and then, you know, this video. So Mutahar's second video. Mutahar released 2 videos about the Completionist situation before the Completionist actually fucking donated anything. You gotta be fucking kidding me here. And of course, a week ago was, you know, that. Make-A-Wishes for kids who don't have long to live, not necessarily cancer. Oh. Well, usually I just end up associating it with cancer because, well, that usually ends up being the big thing that ends up fucking most people over. Which is another thing that is incredibly unfortunate and genuinely sucks. And I would definitely know from experience, and I'm not going to get too much into that. All I will say is that, well, I've already mentioned in a video a good while back that I have lost a couple family members to that fucking vile illness, so, yeah.
To witness. There is no doubt in my mind personally that this money was donated after all because of the immense public pressure that has been put onto them by Gerard's viewers, by people that have watched me and Carl's reporting, and so on and so forth. And of course, no doubt, in my opinion, to actual, like, reports made to the Internal Revenue Service and the California Department of Justice. I'm sure that I'm sure personally that both of these organizations, at least the California DOJ, is involved in this situation as we speak. Anyways, the contribution is a tribute.
Yeah. Again, Mutahar had released 2 fucking videos about the situation. And of course, Carl's first video about this situation. All of that came out before Gerard actually bothered to fucking do anything. Like, again, I'm not gonna say anything for certain, for obvious fucking reasons here. But it is just highly likely that the only reason why a donation was even made was because of the public pressure to fucking donate. Like, it is a high possibility that that is the main reason why they actually finally decide to fork over the money to something. Same here, though I do have some form of tumor in my left eye. Won't kill me or spread, but eventually it could take away my sight. Ah. Ouch. Yeah. That sucks, man.
To the memory of my wife, Karen Reed Khalil, who battled temporal degeneration for over 14 years. Says Charles Khalil, who's the founder of the Open Hand Foundation. So this is the dad. We are honored to preserve her legacy by supporting continued research on this devastating disease. The Open Hand Foundation is committed to making a meaningful impact, and we believe this donation will contribute significantly to the fight against FTD.
Come on. I just love the fact that fucking Mudahar just, like, was breaking down fucking laughing halfway through reading that fucking quote. I would not have been able to hold a straight face either. I would have just looked at that one like, oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Even now, they're still trying to claim this shit. God.
If it's one thing Charles and I can agree on, is this donation will actually do a meaningful impact on the fight against FTD. If not directly to fight against the disease, is to assist the families currently suffering from it right now. Karen was diagnosed in 2003. Funds for the Open Hand Foundation gift to AFTD were raised from individual donations through online fundraisers organized by Charles and Karen's son, Gerard Khalil, who is widely known within the gaming community as the Completionist.
And was also collected from the Golf Cup, which, yeah, something that we really can't ignore. Money from the Golf Cup was not going into, you know, open hands. What the fuck happened to that money?
Oh yeah, Lois? You're not going to talk about what the fuck just happened in the last 3 weeks, the immense public pressure, any of the reporting that we made? Now, it's interesting...
Yeah, of course they won't bring it up, because... Of course they aren't gonna fucking bring it up. Do you really think that they would bring up the public pressure? If they did, then it would have ultimately just showed their hand. If they actually fucking did, it would have showed their hand. It would have, you know, pretty much just revealed, yeah, the only reason why we did it is mainly because we had a fucking fire lit under our ass that was also connected to a stick of dynamite. Does especially since it can cause random pain in some minor, I can't fucking English today, man. Best way I could describe it is pins and needles poking my eye. Ouch. It is what it is, can't change my genetics, yeah. Well, I mean, hey, hopefully you're still able to keep your sight for a good while. That's really all I can hope for, man. That does genuinely fucking suck.
Money came from, you know, Gerard Khalil. This money in specific, the funds for the Open Hand Foundation's gift were raised from individual donations during online fundraisers. So again, while they're a private exempt charity, they have at least admitted here that these were individual donations solicited from the public. And again...
Hey, what's up, Game Penguin? I smashed my hand last night playing the finals. Jesus Christ! 10 out of 10, the finals is a good game. I mean, a few other people that I've at least seen have kind of said otherwise about the finals. Apparently the finals just got tired of, like, having, like, actual fucking voice actors and decide to use fucking AI for a lot of its shit, which is stupid. I don't know if that still holds true, but, whatever. Anyways, welcome, hello there, Game Penguin. How you doing?
They mentioned these are fundraisers organized by Gerard Khalil, obviously referring to Indieland. So the fully restricted donation will support 3 AFTD-led efforts. Now, restricted donations, as we know, are donations that are pretty much earmarked for specific causes and charities, and usually, from what I understand, speaking to some charities, this is actually a requirement. Like, they actually want you to donate a significant chunk of money, instead of, like, somebody that says, here's a $5,000 restricted donation to fighting brain cancer. Well, first off, $5,000 isn't going to do shit for anything, so that money's just going to sit there legally in an account, being untouched, because you literally need more money than $5,000. So you need a certain amount of minimum cash in order to send a restricted donation, just so it doesn't sit in a charity's account, literally unable to do anything. But that said, though, $100,000 for drug discovery research, which the Accelerating Drug Discovery collaboration with the Alzheimer's...
Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
Drug Discovery Foundation, which seeks to advance and support innovative small molecule and biologic drug discovery programs for FTD. So again, the gift's $100,000 investment will be matched 2-to-1 by the Alzheimer's Drug Discovery Foundation. So there's some collaboration on the payment there. They got $200,000 for pilot grants, which is seed funding that'll go towards research in neurobiological mechanisms underlying FTD and models for improving the well-being of persons diagnosed, families, and caregivers, and to improve access to equitable
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, fuck. I am unable to fucking speak today. Yippee! But, yeah, what's up, PlayStation? How you doing? If you couldn't already tell, we're taking a look at, you know, some stuff in relation to, you know, the completionist shit that's been going on for the past, yeah, TPG. That's the fucking that's the acronym I was trying to fucking say. Right now, I'm stumbling over my fucking words because I'm still hung up over the weird fucking stun lock that happened earlier where I just I'm sorry. Can't even explain it with a straight face. But yeah. Say made another video on Harmon Smith. Yeah. Apparently Harmon Smith made a video about the Game Awards apparently. And from a community post from someone that I'm subscribed to, apparently like towards the end of that video, he basically tells like the main guy, I already forgot what the fuck his name was at the Game Awards, but like the main host of the Game Awards to basically go to Japan and fucking off himself, apparently. So yeah, that's something fun. Although I haven't taken a look at the video, so I can't really say for certain, but yeah.
High quality diagnosis, care, support, and research participation options. Okay, so
That's his name, Jeff. Fuck. Kind of funny how I was assumed I was American because I spoke English so well. Then there's Dad. Listen, I'm just gonna put it this way. I've seen this meme somewhere. I don't remember who the fuck made it. I don't know where it comes from, but it's like literally just like this meme of just like, you know, a non-native English speaker who, you know, is just kind of like, please forgive me for my English isn't exactly the best. I hope that I'm able to communicate my overall thoughts properly. And then just like on the other side is just like, you know, the average, you know, person who's fluent in English just responding with, Lamau, it good. And it seems to just pretty much just reign true. People who fucking learn how to speak English, and it's not like their first language, are able to speak English better than people who speak English as their first language. Dear God, Harmon is coping so hard in that video. I mean, let's be fair here. Considering the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 ended up winning fucking Game of the Year, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he is fucking, like, coping, seething, and malding all at fucking once. The game that has lived rent-free in his head ever since it came out this year ended up winning Game of the Year, just like with Elden Ring. You'll love to fucking see something like that happen.
seems like it's going to, again, researchers, right? So again, the whole idea of when Gerard was like, I want to make sure this money goes to the right place and not to like some doctor salary, or, you know, by extension, I'm going to assume a researcher salary as well, because doctors aren't just the only people. There's researchers, there's other people. Obviously, they're going to charge a salary. Nobody works for free, especially in a field as complex as Alzheimer's research. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Salary is rightfully getting paid. That's how research gets done.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally how it fucking works. Jesus. Funny how Baldur's Gate 3 came out a month early to avoid coinciding with Starfield to avoid competition, but Starfield wasn't even that good. Yeah, I think even I can agree Starfield was mid at best. I feel like I've even said that in a video. Starfield was just kind of mid at best. Like, I played it for a little bit, and then, like, I just really couldn't even get back into it. I've already fucking uninstalled the game. I will just simply state right now, No Man's Sky is better. He also got upset that The Last of Us won an award for... Oh, yeah, I think that was kind of like the main problem that he had within that video. I mean, I said that I didn't fucking watch it yet. I only watched, like, the first, like, maybe 2 or so minutes of it, and that was, like, his main cope was the simple fact that the Mario movie didn't fucking win Best Video Game to Film Adaptation. Cyberpunk 2077 is better than Starfield? True. And the funny thing is that Cyberpunk 2077 is going through a similar fucking redemption arc that fucking No Man's Sky is going through. It's so funny that games that ended up having a complete fucking shit launch ended up being better than Starfield. Of Wattpad, its platform for my poems. I was reminded that I had a fucking Wattpad account. I forgot that I had one, and I think I literally only have like one thing on that fucking thing. And it's an outdated fucking poem for the fucking universe I've been working on for like 7 years. I prefer a not shit launch. I mean, true. True. It is better to have, like, a good launch. But, like, if you have a good launch, but your game just still isn't even that good, then, like, yeah. Hoping Payday 3 gets the redemption because its launch was atrocious, yeah. I mean, I think the main difference between, like, a lot of, like, games that end up having, like, really shit launches is that, like, some of the games that have shit launches are made by, like, you know, really big AAA companies that couldn't really fucking care less at all. And then there's Hello Games and CD Projekt Red, who at least give enough of a fuck to actually try and, you know, at least try to follow through on the promise that they fucking made, even if it is a little bit later than they expected. Alright. Cyberpunk is the top 3 favorite RPG franchises of all time for me. I mean, hey. I have a shit ton of poems as my main outlet for those dark thoughts, yeah. Yeah.
So then they got $250,000 for Comstock grants to individuals and families. So here's where they basically provide hundreds of individuals and families with small grants up to $500, which will go towards caregiver respite, quality of life, and travel to FTD educational conferences. So caregiver respite is very important. Obviously, like I said before, when you've got families that have to choose between, you know, the fucking paycheck to paycheck, like the paycheck they need to survive, or taking care of their loved one in such a terrible time, that's obviously, that is probably, in my opinion, one of the most, maybe the most important part of this donation. Obviously, the research, drug discovery, very important, but right now, as of this moment, the families need that money, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, exactly.
For
it's good that most of the money is going to that.
Higher to make sure the money gets distributed properly, so on and so forth, right? So again, that is basically the press release. And again, these are written by PR agencies, so the Open Hand has Miller PR.
Yeah, made by fucking PR agencies. Well, there you go. Of course, it's made by the fucking PR agencies. Gotta make sure you keep your appearances up and ready.
And of course, AFTD's got the lead PR. Not surprised with PR agencies, they typically exist.
I would pick either The Witcher 3 or The Last of Us. Well, I mean, considering I haven't played either one of those games, I can't really make too much of a judgment right there.
For a reason, to make sure you have the cleanest release possible. But it's interesting how they never mentioned any of the controversy at all.
Again, like I mentioned before, of course they wouldn't fucking mention it, because if they did, then, again, that would just show their fucking hand. It would basically, you know, it would essentially be the equivalent of just, you know, like, even just a slight mention of the controversy would have just immediately shown their hand, and it would have basically been an equivalent of them basically stating, yeah, the main reason why we actually decided to donate was because we had a lit stick of dynamite shoved up our ass due to literally everyone finding out that we haven't done jack shit. What, have you not played The Witcher 3? I don't know, there's so many other fucking games I have at my disposal. I just haven't gotten around to playing a lot of different games here. Hell, literally, fucking, I have a friend that has been begging me to play fucking Spooky's fucking Mansion. I played that on the last stream, like towards the, at the end of the last stream. I'm probably gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna continue with it because it's a pretty good fucking game. But, like, there's just so many fucking games that I have not fucking played yet, or I haven't even gotten into. That, like, there are just some games that I just haven't even fucking gotten.
I checked the AFTD website as well, too, which, again, this whole situation is real because, and again, this shows up in their actual official news and events, which, again, people are very skeptical given how many lies that we had to trudge through during our investigation, but this is verifiably true, at least on the front page of an actual verified charity. And again...
Well, I mean, hey, at least it's verified by the charity that received this money. So that's good. They at least have confirmation from the actual fucking recipient of the money. But again, they should have fucking donated earlier! Not when they had a fucking wildfire underneath their ass!
Again, they wouldn't be lying about this. Now, of course, like I said in the beginning, this doesn't entirely exonerate. In fact, if anything, this is the bare minimum that has to be done in this situation. Just because, ladies and gentlemen, when you're raising money for a charity, the expectation is you donate that fucking money to charity, alright?
Exactly. And the amount... funny thing is that, like, the amount of people, and, like, you know, Gerard's, like, tweet where he announced, like, this, his, response video, the amount of people who were immediately just ready and willing to just throw confetti up into the air and completely forgive Gerard for literally everything, for doing the absolute bare fucking minimum, is insane.
Right? Simple as that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to understand going in forward, this hasn't exactly quelled the recent Reddit right here. And again, I'm using the Reddit Completionist as sort of a litmus for his community, because that's his, like, at least the most official looking subreddit right now. And again, over here you can see that one of the top posts 3 days ago was the AFTD receiving $600,000 from the Open Hand Foundation. And again, a lot of people who will say after 10 years of vetting, they made a donation to the original candidate that they've been lying about donating from day one. Nothing shady there. To understand, there were still multiple other charities that were named that still have to be donated to, and I assume the $600,000 that they're giving...
Well, wouldn't you know it, none of those charities will ever be donated to. I have to go because I don't want to get... Okay. Yeah, take care, kid. Did Gerard donate the money? Yeah, he finally donated the money 9 days after Mudahar's second video about the situation. Again, I'm going to repeat that. 9 days after Mudahar's second video.
Obviously isn't the complete amount. There still needs to be an audit done on their charity just for various other income sources to be properly audited.
Yeah, shady, but at least he did the right thing in the end. Again, it is literally the bare minimum that he could have done. Because here's the thing, okay? There's still a few other things that have yet to actually be addressed. Or, I don't know if they have been addressed. We'll have to see if it is addressed within Gerard's response here, because we have yet to get into that. But... it was discovered that, like, the money from, like, the golf tournament that Gerard's father was hosting in order to raise money for Open Hand as well, when you did the math, combining the money that was raised by Indieland, as well as, like, all the other money from, like, the Indieland thing, like, for example, the grant from, like, the Suzuki Foundation and whatnot, you know, when you begin to, you know, take a look and, like, do the math, you end up finding out that the amount of money that Open Hand should have had is larger than what is actually displayed. Give any media a chance? Yeah. Pretty much kind of same here. Like, if anything ends up, like, kind of catching my interest, I'll at least kind of, like, give it a chance. I mean, that's kind of the main reason why I even gave Starfield a chance at the end of the day. I thought I was going to enjoy it because, well, I enjoy space exploration type shit. Like, that shit is pretty fun, but... well, Starfield ended up kind of just being a thing that is now just going to permanently be on my fucking Steam library to never be reinstalled, so, yeah.
Assessed. But the thing about this whole thing that I'm also wondering is the money that is probably raised from something like Indieland 2023, which we haven't even seen reflected in the books, but obviously would be part of their accounting, should be donated, at least hopefully in due time, to the other charities that were named too.
Yeah, exactly.
Donating to charity, in my opinion, isn't enough. You should be donating to the charities you've listed and named, because remember, if they're...
Yeah, and that's kind of the funny thing here too, because it wasn't just the, you know, the AFTD, you know, thing that they named. They named a few other charities as well. Where's the money towards those charities? Because now you have to follow through on your promise. You didn't just name one, you named multiple. Might as well follow through on that.
Name was good enough to publicly use, then you should absolutely ethically donate to them. No matter what the amount is, just give money to these charities. Remember, that's what it's all about. One of the actual comments was money was donated a week ago and not announced until Muda and Carl had their new videos out, which, by the way, I want to say is kind of like divine intervention. You bet your ass this was a PR move. At least most people can see through the bullshit. Donating the money after you get caught after a decade doesn't warrant a pat on the back.
That is a fucking... That's... Again, that's kind of my point right there. Like, at best, it was them actually finally deciding to follow through. At worst, it's a PR stunt. Either way, it's still the bare minimum, and it doesn't just warrant an immediate, just 100% forgiveness.
Absolutely not. But again, at least the money was donated, which again, $600,000 is not money to scoff at. And again,
Hello there, some kid. Hello, what did I miss? We're taking a look at, Modahar's, video from 2 days ago about the completionist situation. Then we're going to be taking a look at Gerard's response that he, made yesterday. Because I haven't seen either one of these videos. So that's just kind of what we're going through.
just want to reiterate by saying that as I cover the story, I also have to cover the positive aspects of it, which again, I'm just glad that the money was also donated. Again, this doesn't exonerate any of the situation. There's still a lot of questions that need to be answered, and that's why law enforcement...
This is more of a victory against them than it is a moment of forgiveness. Pretty much, yeah. Finally, like, you know, unlike a lot of other situations that are probably kind of similar to this one, they actually decided to at least follow through on one part of what they promised. Now they just gotta follow through on donating to the other charities that they kept on publicly naming.
Or a law enforcement regulating body has to answer those questions for us. There's only so much people can look from public records. Obviously, one of the actual conspiracies for this is, one user writes, they just needed a few weeks to secure a loan or liquidate assets to come up with the money to do this. Now, this is highly illegal if true, and...
Yeah, that is... yeah, hopefully that isn't true. Hopefully that's just a wild conspiracy theory, but dear God, if it does turn out that that is the truth, yikes, no.
Personally, at least personally, it doesn't make a lot of sense, because when it comes to bank statements, those are typically very, like, a bank statement can be subpoenaed by a financial regulating body, right? When I actually, like, submit my taxes at the end of the year, I make sure to report every dollar of revenue, because obviously it gets sent to my bank account. My bank account has exact ins and outs.
With the reception Gerard's response received, I was hoping he beat the allegations, only be disappointed in his emotional manipulation and going after the most nothing burger points. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're in for a fucking treat here. I think we're probably going to end off this video right here. I'll probably watch the rest of it later after the stream, because I don't want to completely take away any views from our good friend Mudahar here, so I'll leave the last 3 minutes of this video up for you guys to go ahead and seek out for yourself, and of course to let me know if I missed anything, assuming that I hadn't actually seen the rest of it yet. But we still have Gerard's response, and I have this open because this was linked in his tweet announcing this video, so we're going to have to go through some of that. Let me quickly refresh the page just to make sure. It's Jesus fucking Christ. YouTube. YouTube. Actually, no, I don't know how fast he fucking talks. I don't really watch The Completionist at all. But, let's see here. Let's see what we got here from our good friend Gerard. What do we got?
Over the past few weeks, allegations have been made against me, my family, and our charitable organization, the Open Hand Foundation, asserting charity fraud and more. I'm here today to provide clarity and transparency to set the record straight.
Okay. Pretty solid start. I'll give him that. This is a pretty solid start. Let's see how it goes from here.
I want to make it 100% clear. At no point in the Foundation's history was there any criminal or financial fraud.
And you blew it. Again, it hasn't been confirmed legally, so all we can say is that it's all alleged. That's all we can really say legally for right now. But what was happening, allegedly, still falls under the definition of charity fraud. Oh, God. You blew it within, like, 2 seconds of your intro. Come on! Okay. Listen, okay. We're not gonna make too many assumptions here. Not gonna make too many assumptions. Let's just hear him out. Maybe he does a comeback?
None. I also want to touch on why I've been quiet for these last few weeks. A lot of folks have been saying that if I didn't do anything wrong, that I should have said something sooner, or that my conversation with the accusers was considered my full side of the story. But when there is allegation after allegation being made, it takes a long time to gather the evidence and facts to refute claims.
Also, hang on, I gotta check a few things. Alright, there we go. Just out of checking a few things.
This will be my only video response on this matter. I can confirm that as of Wednesday, November 29th, 2023, the Open Hand Foundation has donated $600,000 to the Association for Frontotemporal Degeneration.
Again, this was 9 days after Mudahar's second video. And, fuck, I wasn't paying attention to when his first video was out. Fuck's sake. Wasn't paying attention to his when the fucking first one came out. Where the fuck is it? Da-da-da-da-da. When was this? When was this uploaded? The 13th. We'll just run the numbers here. That is 15 days after Mudahar's first video. Jesus Christ. Alright, I just got 3 YouTube notifications and all of them were from... Oh, Jesus Christ. You're talking publicly about donating to charity and or about raising money for a certain cause. You need to make sure you do it publicly, showing actual evidence. Just my opinion on that, yeah. I mean, again, at least there is evidence that there was a donation made. However, not only was the donation made literally fucking 15 days after the first wave of videos happened, and 9 days after Mudahar's second video on the situation, which is, again, more than enough time for there to already be, like, a fucking public shitstorm to already be stirring at that point. It's just not a good fucking look, man. At the very worst, it's just... Or at the very best, it's just not a good fucking look. Also, who the fuck being... Oh my god. My friend Sky is just giving me some funny edit ideas. That's good.
However, it did take too long to get to this moment, and for that, I am sorry.
Well, at least you're able to admit that. I'll give you props on that one. Again, it's another thing that's just kind of the bare minimum, but I'll give it to you.
Money is now in good hands to make a lasting impact.
Well, it's been given to one of, I think, 3 charities that you had named within some of your Indieland streams, mind you. So, kind of did about, like, 1/3 of, like, you know, what has kind of been named already. Again, again, at least money has been given. But, yeah. Just feel like I should probably mention that.
For more information on the donation, there will be a link down below that you can check out. Now, to further provide context on the Open Hand Foundation, my mother got sick when I was young.
Okay, we get it. The Open Hand Foundation was all made in the memory of your mother, but did this really need to be brought up? Did you really need to bring up the fact that your mother had died? I get it, it's probably important, but, like, dude, come on.
She was diagnosed with frontotemporal degeneration, a form of dementia that far too often goes undiagnosed or misdiagnosed. I was 10 years old when signs of her dementia started showing up. She was officially diagnosed with FTD 4 years later when I was 14, and she died when I was 25. My mom's battle with this disease lasted nearly 15 years, and after experiencing the struggles and hardships of caring for someone with dementia, we decided to start a foundation in her honor. Before this, my family had been donating money as well as spending time with my mother, academics, and doctors to help them with their own understanding of FTD. My father runs an annual golf tournament, and this golf event hasn't always contained a charitable component, but has always been...
Which is in fact true, and was something that was in fact brought up by both Carl and Muda. It was only up until the Open Hand Foundation was finally established as a charity that it became associated with the Golf Cup. Which again, was in fact brought up within Carl and Muda's videos bringing those things up.
in dedication to my mother.
That just smells of emotional manipulation when he's bringing that up. Could be wrong, but it's just the feeling I'm getting. I mean, again, I'm not going to try and assume anything, as this is the first time so far that he has actually bothered to bring this up. And to an extent, it is, you know, important information, because that is the main reason why Open Hand was even, like, started in the first place. If he brings it up again, then it's just emotional manipulation. It just woke up, what's good? We're taking a look at Gerard's response, which so far is a mixed bag.
To bring awareness to FTD. I would often be present at these events, but beyond giving an occasional speech, I was not and still am not involved in any of the event planning.
Okay, well that is in fact good to know. However, again, the Golf Cup is still connected to you, both by the fact that it's at least supposedly hosted by your father, but it's also connected to the Open Hand Foundation in terms of donations.
In 2018, I took two things I'm passionate about, indie games and charity work, and started IndieLand to highlight the indie game community and raise money in honor of my mom for a good cause. During several recent IndieLand events, press interviews, and podcasts, I went on record saying where the money was going to, and that the Open Hand Foundation had worked with various organizations.
And it turned out that none of the money was going to those organizations. And on top of that too, you've only donated to one of those various organizations. Again, it's still the bare minimum, but my god, at least try to donate something to the other organizations that you decided to name. True, then again, I have become a bit jaded over the past years, yeah. Trust me, I can understand that.
At different points, the Foundation had been in communication with, or considered several of them, but it was not appropriate for me to make such statements when final actions had not yet been taken. The Open Hand Foundation's goal was to make a large impact by donating the money to the right place.
Well, at least he's still somewhat consistent with the excuse of, oh, we were just, you know, trying to make sure that the money went into the right hands, quote-unquote. Well, at least he's remaining consistent with that one.
And a lot of the conversations that were had with various organizations involved the funds not being restricted or came with extremely high administrative costs. Look, any way you say this, action needed to be taken. And to that point, I'm sorry.
Again, I'll give you that. Okay.
I'm disappointed that I was not more straightforward regarding the Foundation's timeline for making donations, and that I made statements potentially implying donations were made when they had not yet been. It took...
You should have been on top of this, considering the fact that you were running this shit. His reputation is now trash no matter what he says. Organizations won't want to touch him, lost sponsors, etc., yeah. And again, he's only donated to one of the organizations that he continued to name. There's still a few others that he had named that, so far, at least as far as we know of, haven't received a single fucking dime. So... yeah.
and I apologize for all of this. But such inaction was not done for any selfish or malicious reasons. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to any developers, publishers, content creators, and special guests who were involved with the various events. I'm also very sorry to this year's IndieLand sponsor. Their team was incredibly supportive and were a great partner to work with. Most importantly, I want to apologize to anyone who ever donated over the years who felt they were wronged or led astray by any of this. Dementia is...
People are using the excuse that because the Open Hand Foundation is run by his family and not by him, he shouldn't be held responsible. I mean, to an extent, I guess that would make sense if the IndieLand charity event didn't fucking exist. The fact that he was running, like, an event for the Open Hand Foundation still links him to the Open Hand Foundation. Even if he isn't directly tied to them in terms of actively working with the foundation, he still runs an annual charity event for them.
An incredibly important cause to me and my family, and so many of you at home. Advocating for more awareness has been such an important part of keeping my mother's memory alive.
Bringing your fucking mother into this one, please, for the love of God, don't make this a regular occurrence. I swear to God, if you bring your mother up as a regular occurrence in this video, I am going to fucking lose it. His face is tied to it, so he's still directly involved. Yeah, pretty much.
As the Open Hand Foundation board is currently restructuring, I am taking this time to step away from my role as a board member.
So you were a board member of Open Hand anyways. That means he is working with the Open Hand Foundation as a fucking board member. He is still a high-ranking official. Jesus. Bringing up his mother like Muscle Man. You know who else has dementia? Sorry, I just... I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me.
I am no longer a part of the Open Hand Foundation.
Yeah, good on you, I guess. You probably could have just ended this video here. You know who else has cancer? Jesus Christ.
For the foreseeable future, should the event continue, IndieLand will solely be focused on highlighting indie games. There will be no charity component. I love helping the indie game community and working with developers. And if there are developers out there that want me to play their games, I would be honored to continue to do so.
Yeah, and that's probably now going to be a very, very tough fucking bet. That's all I gotta say. That's gonna be a very fucking... that's gonna be a Sisyphean task from now on, considering what is now tied to your fucking name, buddy.
I would now like to take a deeper look and respond to some of the many accusations made. Much of this is going to be dry and complicated because we're dealing with business finances, tax-exempt nonprofits, the IRS, and legal issues.
Which has pretty much been explained by both Carl and Mutahar. Mutahar to a much greater extent. Carl's videos are more or less just like a kind of like quick run-through as to what the fuck was discovered, and Mutahar's videos kind of served as like the technical component explaining, you know, how they came to these discoveries, and of course the overall functions of all these different things from like, you know, I guess like a financial and legal standpoint, so that way people have a much greater understanding as to just how fucked up all this shit is. Which is genuinely what I appreciate.
But serious allegations need a serious and thorough response. I will also have included links to official government websites, reliable third-party sources, and copies of relevant Open Hand Foundation documentation related to all these topics in the description down below.
I'm now afraid of opening up those links just in case it ends up like showing potentially revealing information, and I do not want to get hit like Carl did with a fucking privacy complaint, so someone might have to check those links for me to make sure before I actually bother to try and check anything.
Let's start with the Open Hand Foundation's formation. When my mother passed away in 2013...
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We donated her brain and spinal cord to the same academics and doctors we worked with to further advance their research. There's a link in the description to her autopsy report that confirms her brain and spinal...
Okay, we're not gonna look at that because that is probably way too revealing to show on this fucking channel. You know who else? Jesus Christ. There's just gonna be muscle man memes in this fucking chat, isn't there? Fuck.
spinal cord were both donated to science. This was an extremely personal decision for us. Because of my family's history...
Okay, cool. My mother died a week before Thanksgiving last year. Sheesh, I don't use it for clout! God damn. I would say, though, that he was correct to call out the people who accused him of faking donating his mother's brain and spinal cord to research. Yeah, that is true. Which is why which is kind of the main reason why I didn't bother to really make too many statements in regards to that, because I genuinely cannot be even sure about anything like that. So to have at least a confirmation from the man himself, it's at least a good step into understanding that, yeah, it happened. Likely. Nowhere near what was claimed. It was still nowhere near what was claimed to begin with, yeah. So he was correct to at least call out some of those people, thankfully. I wasn't one of them. I don't know if Mudahar and Carl made any such claims either, but yeah.
We had considered all legacy efforts that we had personally made to be a part of the Open Hand Foundation's history, which ultimately led to its creation.
Now here's another glaring problem.
Oh wow, he's even showing the actual videos in response. Neither of them did. Okay, thank you. So neither of them even made a claim that he was, you know, making up the fact that, like, body parts were donated to science. So already, I'm beginning to wonder what the fuck he's even going to try and sue for, because, again, that's so far the main thing that I've been spoiled about with this video, is that apparently at some point he threatens to fucking sue Muda and Carl. Which I do not expect to actually go very well.
If you go back to any of their filings, for instance, this is from 2016, you can see that when they checked their organizations, they called themselves a Section 501c3 exempt private foundation. The problem with this is, according to the IRS, they actually have two designations, private foundation.
He was also right to correct Carl about the e-signature thing, but that was a massive nothing burger that no one else really cared about. Yeah, I didn't even know anything about that. I probably wasn't even paying attention to that. It was probably just such an infinitesimally small fucking thing that not even I would really give too much of a fuck about it. Like, I wouldn't even call that a serious allegation. Like, he says serious allegations need to be addressed seriously, and apparently he addresses something that is basically fucking nothing. That's great. He may try to silence them. Let's hope it doesn't work. I mean, let's be fair here. A representative of Open Hand already attempted to do that with Carl's fucking video, like, a few days after it was fucking released, remember? Already tried to fucking get it taken down with a privacy complaint that didn't fucking go over well because, well, all the information is publicly fucking available.
And public charities. Generally, organizations that are classified as public charities have an active program of fundraising and receive contributions from many sources, including the general public.
In 2014, the Open Hand Foundation was originally registered as a 501c3 private foundation, which under the law is a non-profit corporation formed to carry out charitable, religious, literary, educational, or scientific purposes that is recognized as tax.
Oh, Gerard is fucking lying with this point, though. Oh boy. I wonder if I'll catch on to that.
Exempt. When the foundation realized the limitations placed on the private foundations themselves, they sought out advice of legal and financial counsel and took action to switch to a public charity. In February of 2016, they filed to terminate the foundation's private status. For more information on the difference between private foundations and public charities, and on private foundations terminating their own statuses, I have provided links to the IRS website down below.
Which is something that I think fucking Mudahar also showed off within his video, so what the fuck is your goddamn point? What the fuck is your point here? What are you trying to say? Please, for the love of God, speak in fucking English. Because right now, all I'm hearing is words that don't fucking add up to anything. What are you trying to say? Please, What point are you trying to make? Check the date of the filing that Mudahar looks at, and then check the date on the IRS correspondence letter that Gerard provides. Okay, hang on. I gotta fucking scroll back here.
2016, bearing problem.
Efforts that we had personally made to be a part of the Open Hand Foundation's history, which ultimately led to its creation.
Now here's another glaring problem. If you go back to any of their filings, for instance, this is from 2016, you can see that when they check their organizations, they call themselves a Section 501c3 exempt private foundation. The problem with this is, according to the
Okay, so in 2016, then what do we got here? IRS correspondence. Okay, well that's just kind of what we already got. Changing foundation status. Shift termination of private status. What do we got here? Date March 11th, 2016. And fuck, what was the date on the thing? God, why is it not shown? Am I gonna have to try and go back to Mudahar's actual fucking video to figure this shit out? God fucking damn it. 2022. Aha. I'll DM you a screenshot from Mudahar's video. Alright. Alright. Hit me. Alright, what do we got here? 2023-09-16. Return of private foundation. Then the period ends at 2020. Yeah. Yeah, something's a little off here. Something is definitely a little off here in terms of the dates.
you can see that according to the IRS, they actually fundraising and receive contributions from many sources.
Nice to see new faces here. Oh, hell yeah, it is.
In 2014, the Open Hand Foundation was originally registered as a 501c3 private foundation, which under the law is a nonprofit corporation formed to carry out charitable, religious, literary, educational, or scientific purposes that is recognized as tax exempt. When the foundation realized the limitations placed on the private foundations themselves, they sought out advice of legal and financial counsel and took action to switch to a public charity. In February of 2016, they filed to terminate the foundation's private status. For more information on the difference between private foundations and public charities, and on private foundations terminating their own statuses...
And then in Mudahar's video, let's look back at this. You guys probably can't fucking see this, but I'm just taking a look at this. So, 2022 submission, 2023-09-16. Other gaming content creators and viewers were immediately assuming Muda and Carl framed him. Yeah. Like, it's either just A, been people immediately just, like, you know, going like, oh, well, Gerard finally cleared his name, he's now 100% good again. Or just a bunch of people just going like, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's no surprise that Muda and Carl fucking lied. Neither of which are fucking correct, mind you. People switch sides fucking quick, yeah. It's unfortunate. You would think that people would have at least learned the, you know, consequences of immediately switching sides the moment that there's, like, even the smallest amount of information that isn't even fully fucking verified yet from the fucking pyrocynical situation, but, well, what do you fucking know? People are still trying to repeat history. Mudahar mentioned in his tweet that he found another discrepancy. Yeah, fucking... I mean, of fucking course he did! There's fucking discrepancies coming out like, it... like, you're just going fucking nuts at this fucking point. Jesus.
I have provided links to the IRS website down below. In March of 20...
Call of Duty devs are upset with Chris Judge's dig on them about the length of the campaign. Oh, the irony. Yeah, I fucking heard that apparently Call of Duty got fucking roasted in the Game Awards, and rightfully fucking so. Call of Duty is a fucking shit franchise, I'm sorry. For any Call of Duty fans in here, I'm genuinely sorry, but I just have to say, I'm not a fan of the Call of Duty franchise. Like, it's probably the only example of, like, a franchise that has either been downgrading with each successive release, or is just really fucking inconsistent with how good it is. After the Quite situation, you would think that they would wait until all information is verified. Yeah, true. The Quite situation was basically just the pyrocynical situation, but with a new fucking person, and now we just have the Completionist situation fucking happening, and people just keep on flip-flopping sides without bothering to try and make sure that everything is verified. Call of Duty fan myself can confirm it's a shit show, thank you. Titanfall 2 is a lot better. I haven't played Titanfall 2 in a while, actually. Quite situation is definitely a sad thing. Like, I had to stop myself from just jumping onto the bandwagon. Everyone was jumping on him and deleted videos on it, yeah. I just didn't really talk about it, mainly because I was already busy with a bunch of other things while that shit show was actually happening. But even still, I probably would have at least waited until, like, everything was fucking out before I even bothered to make any videos. Again, much like the pyrocynical situation. I waited until, like, things were properly verified before even bothering to make my own videos about that situation.
16, the IRS acknowledged the receipt for termination of private status, and in the
Hey, what's up, Warren?
Foundation, the necessary requirements the Foundation must follow in order to comply with the IRS code. A copy of those notices are also down below with supporting IRS documentation.
Why, yes, but, what about... You know what? Fuck it. Hang on. Fuck it. Hang on. We're opening this shit up here. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's open this shit up. So this is Private Foundation 2020 through 2022, listed right here. Submission 2023. Care to explain this one, Gerard? Kind of confusing. You filed for apparently turning this into a public foundation. Why is it listed private in 2023? Fuck happened here? Seriously, though, the person who made the claims committed a fucking felony faking medical documents, if I remember. That's either Class A or B in Florida. Fucking course it was in Florida, man. Listen, for anyone who is planning on even visiting Florida, or, God forbid, wanting to live in Florida, please fucking don't, okay? As someone who lives in this fucking hell state, just stay the fuck away from here. Gerard he doesn't address the golf tournaments. Well, I mean, he does briefly address that, but so far, at least as far as we've gotten into it, he hasn't elaborated any further onto it. He's also so far brought up his mother like 3 different times in this video. Can we make it to number 4? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Don't forget to check out the vid that I sent you. Oh yeah, I took a look at that. What was it? The fucking Baldur's Gate video? Yeah, I took a look at that. I haven't watched the entirety of it yet. I think I made it about to the halfway point. Pretty good so far, pretty good information. Probably do another watch through of it at some point, just off stream. But very good information. How are the mosquitoes over there? Yeah, that's all I gotta say. There are pros and cons in there, in my opinion, but the Gators are a hell no to me, plus too many crazies down there, yeah. In my personal opinion, considering that I've basically lived in Florida for, at least as far as I know, I've just kind of lived here for my entire life, I could just safely say, Florida just sucks. Just not a good place to live. To the one I sent a couple minutes ago. Oh, you fucking sent something new? Where? Did you, like, send me... fuck. Did I... Oh, you probably... Oh, you sent a DM to me on fucking Twitter. Completionist responds to Muda. Okay, so, it's just someone else also responding to this fucking, video by, Gerard. Alright. I might take a look at it. But I feel like I've seen that fucking guy's rant Sona at some point in the past. Just got here. How has he addressed everything? So far, an extremely mixed fucking bag.
Further, based on the acknowledgement of the private status termination, the Foundation was now required to operate like a public charity as described in the IRS code for a period of 60 months. However, the Foundation was also instructed to continue to file as if it were a private foundation. Any possible issues pertaining to such filings can only be considered clerical errors and are in no way intended to be misleading, fraudulent, or criminal in any nature.
And I don't think that was a claim that was made. I don't think that was a claim that was made. Was that a claim that was fucking made? What? I don't think that was a claim that was made. Vid audio seems to be a bit soft. Fuck, hang on. I guess it is just a little bit quiet. Let me turn it up just a little bit more. Hopefully it's not overpowering my voice. The only one who made the claim that he allegedly pocketed money was Dexerto. Yeah, and Dexerto immediately fucking took it down and apologized to Carl and Mudahar for, you know, making that kind of a claim in their name. So, like, fucking Dexerto themselves, even though they did make that claim, they immediately fucking backtracked on it, realizing just how fucking bad of a fucking claim that was.
Since that time, the Open Hand Foundation has been compliant in operating as a public charity, and as such...
They deleted the original article, edited it, and put the tweet back up. Yeah, they didn't delete it. They basically fucking, you know, they corrected it because the original fucking claim that was made was just entirely wrong. And again, like, even the people over at Dexerto fucking got into contact with Mudahar and Carl and basically said, yeah, okay, we completely fucked up. We made the wrong claim here. I'm sorry, man.
The status is directly reflected on the IRS's own website. I'll link to you where you can search for yourself to see the foundation currently has a public charity status.
Yeah, we're just gonna show this right here. I will say that I didn't want Muda and or Carl to release the full interview they had with Gerard. Yeah, that actually would be good for them to actually release the full interview. Like, even if most of it is just kind of like, you know, nothing, it would still at least be good for the sake of transparency to at least just release the full interview.
Many crimes, especially fraud, go undetected, and unless you do something especially egregious on your filings, nothing will be flagged to the IRS. In saying that, however, these filings don't seem to be done properly, and they aren't even signed, which is definitely a legal requirement.
In April 2016, after receiving confirmation of the Foundation's termination of private status, the IRS had completed a randomized audit on the 2014 tax return and continued to allow the Foundation to operate tax-exempt, as it found nothing wrong with the Foundation's filings. Additionally, the Foundation files all their taxes electronically, which does not require a physical signature on the actual forms.
Again, that's good to address, but, like, this is a nothing point that no one cared about.
Only e-file authorization forms that are sent from a certified public accountant for electronic signature. Not only is this legal, but it
Yes,
is
but
the
why are you
industry
addressing
standard for
this?
filing
This is a
taxes
nothing fucking
here in the United
point.
States. The audit
This has
letter is
nothing to
linked
do
down
with the
below.
actual claims!
On to donations. There are generally two types of donations: unrestricted and restricted donations. Most donations are unrestricted in nature. By being unrestricted, donations can go to anything: research, administrative costs, travel expenses, salaries, or bonuses. Doesn't matter. Unrestricted donations come in the form of a donate link on a website, maybe a Twitch stream, or even a telethon. The Open Hand Foundation raised funds in an unrestricted manner with the intention to restrict a larger donation towards dementia research. Larger restricted donations ensure clear measures and direction, but can take time, whereas unrestricted donations are often instantaneous and not tracked.
I'm just wondering where the fuck this is actually even gonna go. Where is this gonna go? Where are you going with this?
This is one of the big reasons as to why the donation took so long. The organization did not raise enough money to make the impact that would allow the funds to be restricted and avoid those high admin costs.
That... Huh?
Now let me walk you through the finances. Revenue sources for the foundation include direct and indirect public support, the golf fundraiser revenue, and Indieland revenue. The foundation's expenses include costs for the golf fundraiser and Indieland, operational costs, and various fees, totaling for $178,951.17 worth of expenses over the last 9 years.
None of those expenses, mind you, I believe were, like, properly detailed as to, like, how much was going where. That's, of course, if I'm remembering any of that properly. I'm probably not at the end of the day. Where are the funds from those golf tournaments? Oh no. Eated.
It's also factually inaccurate that all the money the foundation...
There should be a law against a certain percentage of charity money going to administrative costs. Yeah.
received in 2023 is unaccounted for. For starters, the Tiltify campaign for Indieland raised just over $64,315.95. After platform and processing fees,
I just realized some people are claiming that the golf events didn't raise money to open hand, but Gerard himself specifically said they did. Bruh! Come on! People are now just straight up lying on Gerard's behalf at this point. This is just nonsensical. Fuck.
we received $61,303.33 from PayPal and Tiltify's credit card processor Stripe. Adding the $15,000 sponsorship donation to the initial estimate income for Indieland 2023 equates to $76,303.33.
What about the convenience cup?
This does not include merchandise, bits, or subscriptions from Twitch. However, there were real production costs when it comes to running this event. We paid for flights, hotels, appearance fees, supplies, food and catering, costs of goods for merchandise, etc. All of that totaled just under $12,000. This is still an outstanding invoice, as not everything has been received or paid yet. Income from Twitch subscriptions and bits, along with merchandise, have offset some of the
You haven't
production
addressed
costs.
the convenience
So to say
cup.
the money is missing is simply wrong. Also, to be clear, IndieLand does not make money on YouTube. We typically stream only on Twitch, and when we did simulcast to YouTube, we made little to no money. Next, let's talk about the golf tournament.
And the
Finally!
interesting thing about the money the golf tournament raises is that it seems to disappear. Fans of the Completionist who rushed out to defend him tried to claim that because Gerard hadn't spent the money, it wasn't stolen. From 2014 to 2017, filings showed the Open Hand Foundation received between $30,000 to $60,000 per event. This is likely underreported.
In 2019, the foundation...
Okay, something was cut off there. Buddy, you can't just do that. You can't just fucking do that. Hang on. We gotta play the full clip. Gotta play the full clip. We gotta play the full clip. I am sorry, my man. We have to play the full fucking clip because we aren't letting you blast. We aren't letting you blast. I can't fucking speak today. We aren't letting you blast by that.
The IndieLand Charity Marathon hosts called the PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge, a non-profit. If you look at photos, earlier years simply showed that it was benefiting frontotemporal dementia. I assume they the golf course, along with having the opportunity to set up tents and stands and have their employees play in the tournament. It seems to be mainly used as a networking. The golf tournament raises is that it seems to disappear. Fans of the Completionist who rushed out to defend him tried to claim that because Gerard hadn't spent the money, it wasn't stolen. But in my opinion, this is misguided. Not only because this argument is nonsensical, I mean, if I steal $100 from you and don't spend it, I've still stolen it. It's money you no longer have, and I obtained that money through illegal means. But aside from that, I do believe the Khalil family have been stealing tens of thousands of dollars each year from charity donations on top of the fraud committed through IndieLand. And in this video, I'm going to show you how. In my previous video, I didn't include a sponsor.
Fuck, I have to go back.
Between $30,000 to $60,000 per event. This is likely underreported.
And that's where it cuts off. Hang on. Gotta find that part in the video. Fuck's sake, where is it? There it is.
Money it brings in. From 2014 to 2017, filings showed the Open Hand Foundation received between $30,000 to $60,000 per event. This is likely underreported, but we'll get to that later. For now, let's just assume this is accurate. From these years, we can get a pretty good approximation of what this cup normally raises.
Alright. Let's just keep this open, just for future reference. Holy shit, how much is going on right now? Wonder what the comments on his response are like. We'll take a look at that afterwards.
In 2019, the foundation reported $123,816 in revenue, but the accusers alleged that $14,000 is unaccounted for.
That's because they did the fucking math!
Our books do reconcile, and these accusations are the result of bad math and missing information. The 2019 IndieLand's net...
Bad math? And are you gonna back yourself up on that one? Are you gonna show your work? Show your fucking work. Please, for the love of God, show me your fucking work! Show me your fucking work. You know what? Fuck you. Bad math my fucking ass. Hang the fuck on. Hold your fucking cocks in your hand, ladies and gentlemen. We are fucking...
filings here, okay?
Bad math my left fucking testicle. Let's fucking take a look at this shit. Keep in mind, He was working with limited information, mainly because of the fact that he wasn't entirely sure just how much money was raised through, like, bits and donations from the fucking Indieland stream, as well as the additional money that was being made from, like, you know, the auction and, like, the raffles and shit like that from the fucking Convenience Cup. All he was going off of was the money that was directly donated and shown from both, you know, the Golf Cup and the fucking Indieland streams that is publicly fucking known. Yeah, citation needed, evidence required. So the math is really only going to be accurate up to a fucking point, but the math still fucking makes sense. Hang on, fuck you, we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it. Fuck you.
Paying to their own foundation for their branding, but anyways, you're looking at $16,000, okay? This is $8,000 each. So again, Diamond, 8,000, we see two, $16,000. You've got one platinum sponsorship from Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling, which is alone $7,500, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, adding all of that up, we are looking at, again, $62,500, all right? So again, if you added that to the total already, you are over the revenue that is showing up once again in the Open Hand Foundation. So,
and how much money did he state they were only accusing?
$14,000 unaccounted for in revenue, but the accusers alleged that $14,000 is unaccounted for.
First of all, no, it was more than 14,000. It was pretty much over 50K that was just left unaccounted for when you actually do the fucking math. Wait, hang on, I probably misheard that. But the point is the fact that if you took the amount of money that was given from the Golf Cup and add it to what is announced on the public records of Open Hand, you begin to realize that Open Hand should have had more fucking money. Him doing that, cutting off the quote, is very telling. He's being deceitful by doing so, and for me, that will tank credibility of him. With me, honestly, it will get a little bit of respect, but not much, though.
Our books do reconcile, and these accusations are the result of bad math and missing information. The 29...
I mean, missing information, yes, but bad math? Fuck no! And the thing is that the missing information is shit that is just hard to track in general, which is, of course, the bits, donations, and merchandise sales from the Indieland thing, as well as the money that was accumulated from the raffles and the fucking auction from the Golf Cup. That was the missing information. And they made that clear that that is information that they are unsure about. Come on.
19 Indieland's net proceeds were $82,409.19. And when combined with $31,371.55 in revenue from the golf tournament and $10,000 from a direct supporter, it adds up to $123,780.74.
Which was not shown on the fucking public filings. The money from the Golf Cup was not added in. Hang on, let's check his fucking links. Oh, well, what do you fucking know? There doesn't seem to be a link trying to back his shit up on this one. Where the fuck is it? Huh? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Took 10 years for that man to donate 600,000. Yeah, and the thing is that it was only donated to one out of the multiple charities that he fucking listed off within his Indieland streams. God damn it. Sorry to hear that, kiddo. What's up, Andy?
Insinuate that there are further issues with 2020 and 2021 tax returns. People forget that there was a pandemic that shut the world down.
Is he seriously gonna be using the pandemic as a fucking excuse? If that is where this shit is going, I am...
The golf events are generally scheduled in the springtime when the weather is good for outdoor events. However, when the foundation had to delay the event, the only available dates weren't until November of 2021. Not only did the foundation take donations and sponsorships that had already been paid for 2020 and roll them towards 2021, but not everyone was comfortable being in public with bigger groups of people. So participation was drastically down, especially since the pandemic brought on a recession.
Again, this has nothing to do with the... None of this has anything to fucking do with it. None of this makes sense. None of this is making any fucking sense. What are you trying to say? Please, for the love of fucking God, say something that makes sense. Please.
Finally, pledges and donations are not always collected at the same time of the event. It might take a few
That
months to
doesn't
see
fucking justify
it
anything!
into the following year's income. As for what the costs are to run an event like this, there are event organizers, venue expenses, crafts and catering, event dinners, support staff, production equipment, rentals, event brand...
And again, as mentioned by fucking Mudahar, if the amount of money to set up all that shit ends up being over the amount of money that would have been raised for an event like this, then it's a shit fucking fundraiser! So there had to have been some amount of money still left over after that that wasn't fucking added on! Let's not forget that if they made the donation prior to the recession, the money would have gone a lot farther. Yeah, exactly! Hearst fans okay with a complete nothing burger of a response? I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea, man.
Random merchandise, security, insurance, and more. Smaller events have smaller costs, and as the...
Yeah, no fucking shit, Sherlock! Oh my god! And in other news, the grass is green! Epico!
Foundation scale the events, the expenses increase proportionally. There's talk of $125,000 being embezzled for unknown admin purposes.
I'm sorry, hang on.
Costs, and as the foundation scale the events, the expenses increase.
Not to mention that Mudahar has openly acknowledged that charities have operating costs and has no problem with that as long as they're reported accurately. Yeah, exactly. And I think that was another point that was brought against the against Open Hand, was that like the the operating costs weren't really like filed properly.
Increase proportionally. There's talk of $125,000 being embezzled for unknown admin purposes. As previously mentioned, we went from a private to public charity.
Yeah, she brought this shit up before, but once again! What is this?! What the fuck is this?! Gerard, answer me! Fucking answer me! I don't need sleep, I need answers!
And under both nonprofit structures, we're legally obligated to spend money on expenses.
Yes, and you're also legally obligated to send the money to the charities that you fucking say you're donating to! That's another thing that you didn't do until 9 days after the second Muda video! Ah!
With that said, it is perfectly legal to hold donations, and in fact is not uncommon for organizations.
What isn't legal? is claiming that the money is going to research when it fucking isn't! That's the point, dumbass! Okay.
To hold their funds.
I'm a computer scientist, so I really, really urge anybody that has background in tax accounting for charitable organizations, or hell, if the IRS is watching this, one of the things that Carl brought up to me very, very recently was the 5% rule, which again, this is a very complicated rule, but the idea is the U.S. government expects foundations to use their assets to benefit society, and they enforce it through Section 4942 of the Internal Revenue Code, which requires private foundations to distribute 5% of the market value, the fair market value of their endowment, each year for charitable purposes.
Nobody's saying that it's illegal to hold money. It's just that you need to be upfront about it, and most charities that practice have been open about it. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what I said. Nobody was saying that it's a problem to hold the money. The problem that people have is the fact that you openly stated, okay? The problem that people have is that Gerard openly stated that this money was going to, you know, important research year after year. And what was discovered is that it was doing sweet, splendorous fuck all in Openhand's fucking bank account! That's the problem! It's terrifying to hear him screaming. I'm sorry, Andy, but like, my god. There's just a few types of people that genuinely make my fucking blood boil, and and one of those just so happens to be egregious fucking liars.
So again, I want to see how this rule is done, because according to the filings we've seen, they haven't actually given any money. They've spent money in operating expenses.
Yeah, they spent money in operating expenses, not anything that is actually going to research or charities. That's the problem! That's one of the problems! The other problem is that you openly stated it was going somewhere when it was just sitting there. How is he gonna defend himself with this one? I fucking wonder!
But again, we need to actually see if they're giving their money to a charitable organization.
Referencing that same rule mentioned in this claim, the foundation is actually not legally required to distribute a minimum of 5% a year in charitable donations.
I should probably let him continue.
Because once again, the Open Hand Foundation is a public charity. This means that the $600,000 that was donated did not incur any fees or is not subject to any tax penalties.
Even if that is the case, even if you were, in fact, an actual public charity, it still doesn't negate the actual problem. It still doesn't negate the problem! It doesn't change Jack Diddley fuck! God! Same way as Sandy, normally I'm very soft-spoken, like people need to be quiet to hear me, but on something I'm very passionate about, it angers me when I get left. Yeah. Again, very rarely do I ever get genuinely pissed off, but this shit is just...
To insinuate that the money was missing and that the penalties were to be applied and that my family or myself had to float the missing funds is just not true. Also, none of the money from the Open Hand Foundation has ever funded any of my projects for my company.
Yes, and here's the thing. That claim was never made by Carl or Gerard. By Carl or Muda. Fuck, I'm fucking up my words already. Jesus. That claim was never made by Carl or Muda. That was never a fucking claim that was made. Why are you saying this when it wasn't a claim that was made? Can you please stay on fucking topic?
I want to stress that not a dollar raised from Indieland and its supporters was ever used on anything to personally benefit me, my family, or any of our companies. We
And that was not...
never touched this
again, that claim was never made! That claim was never fucking made! Oh god. I'm going through like the 5 fucking stages of grief right now, live on fucking camera. I'm losing my shit. About the privacy complaint that Open Hand filed against one of Carl's videos. Oh yeah, so far that hasn't been addressed. Why? Because it's easy to paint with a wide brush. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, so far we're 16 minutes in, and he hasn't actually addressed that a representative of Open Hand flagged Carl's video with a privacy complaint, which thankfully didn't fucking go through, but, you know, kinda odd that he doesn't bother to address that in this response. Even if everything else turns out to be false, there is still the fact that there was an attempt to try and silence what was being announced.
money nor ever moved it. As evidence in the public documents, no one at the foundation has ever drawn a salary.
Again, that is not a claim that was made. He doesn't address the privacy complaint at all. Oh, great. That's fucking nice. He doesn't bother to address the fact that there was an attempt to try and silence what was being announced. Wow, fucking fantastic. That's great. That's absolutely fucking... That's just great. You know, just completely blowing, completely past the fact that that fucking happened. I fucking love it. Just love to fucking witness it. That's just great. You know? Nope, definitely don't want to fucking claw my eyes out. Nope, not at all.
Saying that we are fraudsters, that what we are doing is illegal and constitutes charity fraud, that we are using my dead mother's name to potentially embezzle money and steal is categorically false.
I don't even feel like I have to say anything. Why isn't he in jail? Fuck if I know! Holy shit, what did I roll up on? Me losing my mind at Mach 12.
I should have been more transparent about the money not being donated.
Yeah, no shit! No shit, you should have been more transparent! That's the problem! Oh my god! Oh! More news at fucking 10, ladies and gentlemen! I'm gonna just...
And that's on me. But my family and I have not done anything illegal. Not before then, and not since.
Again, I feel like I don't have to fucking say anything. And at this point, I'm not even sure if I have anything to say other than incoherent screaming. There's still 3 fucking minutes left in this. I have no idea how you're gonna save your ass at this point. This is shit. This is a shit fucking response. It started off okay, then it became a mixed bag, and now it's just in-fucking comprehensible. You are actively killing my fucking brain cells. Have any evidence to provide proving your innocence? So far from what I've seen, from the links that are apparently here, barely any of it actually proves this fucking point. So I think you need to go get some water, watch a cute animal video. Jesus Christ, yeah, I'm definitely gonna grab something to drink after we're done with this, because, oh my fucking god, this is actually brain-numbing. This is brain-numbing as fuck.
And as mentioned previously, we have correspondence from the IRS to prove that. Furthermore, my family and I are in serious conversations with our legal teams regarding next steps as the allegations...
There it is. There's where he's saying that he's gonna try and fucking sue them. I don't see that going very well for you, Gerard. Especially if this video is anything to go off of. If this video is anything to go off of, if the evidence is anything to go off of that you decide to provide here, you don't have much of a case. You're gonna need to... You better call Saul on this one. When in doubt, pull the defamation lawsuit out. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it's fucking... It's basically what Sid Alpha fucking has to deal with every single goddamn week. Good thing I stocked up on hard cider. Good thing you're able to fucking drink, because I can't! I have to do this shit sober!
...that have been made with complete disregard for the truth of the matter.
My brother in Christ, they fucking showed the filings! I want some hard cider. No, Andy. No. No alcohol. No.
These allegations were made by individuals who self-admittedly aren't even financial or legal professionals.
Yeah, and they never claimed to be. They never claimed to be
These allegations are slanderous, and we believe we're done with...
Listen, do not encourage Andy. Andy legally cannot drink yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
selfish intent. They have directly jeopardized the safety of me, my staff, and my family.
Yeah, and the only reason why you decided to do a fucking donation is because there was a lot of fire lit under your fucking ass.
That is not okay. I want to reiterate and specifically address that both the Foundation and I have been accused of forgery, embezzlement, and charity fraud.
And so far, the evidence has been provided, at least for some of that. Maybe not forgery, I'm not sure about that one. Embezzlement, again, I'm not entirely sure about that one either. But charity fraud? Abso-fucking-lutely yes. Even if the other two claims are false, they still hit you on the fucking head with charity fraud because, legally speaking, it was! God!
The allegations imply the Foundation forged tax returns because they weren't physical signatures on them when we e-filed them, or that we altered numbers to hide income or expenses. We can account for every single dollar received and spent in the last 9 years.
Yes, but can you account for the fact that you basically stated that the money was going somewhere when it fucking wasn't? Can you account for that? Hell no you can't, because guess what? They got you on that one! You fucking lunatic!
We do not have anything to hide, and due to the...
Are you sure about that? Because some of this shit it doesn't fucking prove anything!
Overwhelming amount of people who have been instructed to file complaints to the IRS and Department...
It was a suggestion, not an instruction. And they had good reason to do so because there was enough evidence to prove that something fishy was going on. God.
Department of Justice We understand an audit may be coming, and we welcome it. Our legal...
Yeah, and that's probably that's probably another reason why you decided to do the donation, so that we could say, oh, don't worry, we donated, so you don't have to audit us, ha 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 ha! We don't have anything to hide as the Open Hand Foundation tried to file a privacy complaint against Carl. True! We don't have anything to hide. Except that we do. Under the Mayo called it charity when he streamed Elden Ring and the donations were going to him for a PS5. Is that charity fraud? As a non-legal expert, I genuinely cannot fucking tell you. I mean, if he was being open and honest as to where the money was going, then I guess it can't really be called fraud. But if he was deciding to call that a fucking charity, then that's just really questionable at best. Dad, don't bust a blood vessel. I'm fucking trying my hardest not to, man.
Financial teams have assured us that we have done nothing criminally wrong.
I'm sorry, hang on.
And Department of Justice, we understand an audit may be coming, and we welcome it. Our legal and financial teams have assured us that we have done nothing criminally wrong or illegal.
And do you have the sources to back that one up? Or did you just make that shit up? Of course your fucking PR team would say, oh yeah, you did nothing wrong. No fucking shit. The worst you could say about Muda and Carl is that they may have been irresponsible to an extent. Yeah, that's probably the only thing that I could potentially say about them as well. They were definitely a little bit irresponsible to an extent, but even still, they still have him nailed on the head for a lot of things.
Any possible issues in our paperwork can only be described as clerical errors and are easily amendable. Content creators and influencers should be held accountable when faced with serious allegations.
Yeah, and so far, you're doing a pretty fucking bad job at it. You're doing a pretty fucking bad job at it. I feel like I've seen a brick... I feel like the brick wall behind you would probably do a better job at taking fucking accountability than you have. Like, holy fucking shit.
However, the narrative can get taken so far away from the truth that the court of public opinion supersedes fact.
I mean, well, yes, the court of public opinion can in fact be very fucking rabid. I feel like in this case, once again, they have you pretty much nailed to the cross at this fucking point. And that's why you need good friends who will call you out when you're wrong. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm glad that I have some people that are willing to call me out on any mistakes I end up making within any of my videos. Hell, that's why there's pretty much two group that shall not be named from here on outward videos. And the second one is quite literally an addendum to that one because I got quite a few things wrong within it. And I needed to correct those. These issues are easily amendable. Why did it take 10 years and Carl and Muda calling you out to even do anything about the donations? Yeah, exactly. Fucking true.
I recognize and take accountability for all of my actions. At the same time, I am not going to let my reputation be compromised by allegations that are not true.
Well, if you are in fact going to take this illegal route, then of course the courts will decide on that one. And I have a feeling that, it probably is not going to end very well.
I own up to my part in this, but I will not be—
No, you fucking have not!
painted as someone who is a con artist and embezzler. I won't be someone whose name gets tarnished without putting up a fight.
Well, unfortunately, it's already a bit too late for that one. You fucking dingus! It took you this long to make a fucking response, and it took you, well, a little bit less long to actually finally do a fucking donation. God.
I owe it to my friends, my family, and myself to stand up to this situation right now. I want to leave you all with how the Open Hand Foundation got its name.
Oh, for fuck's sake! We don't care! Alright, let's see some of the fucking comments. What do we got here? As a public accountant, this feels like being at work on a Saturday. At least I'm not on hold with the IRS. You can't 100% being a YouTuber without making an apology video. Haven't owned up to shit. In fact, you're threatening to sue Carl and Muda for defamation that they never even implied, yeah? Let's see here. The only good thing I could say about this video is that at least you're not playing a ukulele. Anyone that needs to silence criticism with threats and attempts at intimidation, especially when it is well-founded criticism, is slimy. You won't win. Heck, at best, you even say yourself, I'm disappointed that I was not more straightforward in regarding the Foundation's timeline for making donations. You won't win the case, so this is about intimidation, edit, and controlling the narrative. This isn't an explanation, this is damage control. Yeah, 100%. Bet Gerard's lawyers didn't think they'd be writing a script for a YouTube video. I'm confused. So it took a long time to find the right place to donate due to issues with admin costs, but somehow the allegations came out and you were quickly able to donate it. Seems fishy. Yeah, exactly. That's a fucking problem right there. Not only are defamation lawsuits incredibly difficult to win because you have to prove that what they said was not true, but also that they did it knowingly. Also, any kind of lawsuit against people in other countries is insanely costly and challenging to the point of very rarely being worth it. Gerard expects us to believe he will win 2 defamation lawsuits against 2 people in 2 different countries from his own based on them calling him out for something he admitted to. It's 100% an intimidation tactic in an attempt to silence them because he is losing the tide of public opinion. Billy Mitchell is suing people left and right. Billy Mitchell suing people left and right did not make the criticism go away, Gerard. Fucking exactly! Some people have been claiming that the negative comments are being deleted. Guess that turned out false. Well, at least we managed to prove that false here on the here on live stream. Especially since this one is from 10 hours ago, so pretty old. This whole fiasco has been an absolute mess. That is, in fact, true. Here's the thing. Even if everything goes well for him with both the audit and lawsuit, and he proves that he is legally in the clear, the reality of the situation is that for 10 years he sat on $500,000 in donations from people without telling them his true intentions, which is ethically wrong. The complete lack of self-awareness from him about the gravity of the actions is very telling, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. I think probably one of my biggest fucking problems when it comes to fucking Gerard defending all this shit is that he basically just defaults to, oh, it's not legally in the wrong. It doesn't matter whether it's fucking legally wrong or not. Like, there is shit that, like, people can do legally in some states that is morally wrong. Yep, anyone who silences and intimidates their critics will lose my respect and dignity. You talk it out like the adults you are, exactly. The court will typically only favor the plaintiff in a defamation suit when the defendant knowingly makes untrue statements against him. Carl and Muda made these statements only after a blatant lack of transparency from Gerard and had several pieces of evidence to back their claims up. They didn't want to ruin you, they wanted a response. Be careful threatening legal action because that will be what ruins you. Exactly. I wonder what amount or how many years you would wait to donate if it wasn't brought up. That is, in fact, a very fucking good question right there. I wonder if any of this wasn't actually, like, you know, discovered, if this wasn't looked into, I wonder just how long it would, just how much money they would have accumulated and just how long they would have still sat on the money if they didn't have a fire lit under their ass. The donation was made because Open Hand was called out, plain and simple. Yep. Hope he has a good lawyer. Yeah, I think at this point, Gerard needs to call Saul if he actually wants to win. Gerard took his time and went and got with the lawyers. The smartest thing he could have done here. Fucking dumbass. Feel like a whole lot of this could have been avoided with a lot more transparency from the get-go. True. We understand an audit may be coming and we welcome it. Famous last words. Damn, I love not having to explain my actions with $500,000 to people on the internet. Would you have donated it if the situation was not brought to light? Probably wouldn't. When were the donations made? 2 minutes and 30. He admits they were made after the accusations. You judge. Yeah, exactly. Love how everyone assumes the IRS will actually audit them just because a bunch of people on the internet want them to. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I think you're just a fucking moron. Threatening to sue people who carry out journalism is always a good sign when is always a good sign that you're in the right. From the information they had available to them, it all seemed reasonable, and they owe it to the public to put it out there. A tweet, statement, or video could have solved this issue a long time ago, and you even spoke to Carl, so could have just told them the whole story. That first fucking sentence doesn't make any sense. God. Nope, that's the wrong one. Fuck. Alright, anyways, okay, well, that was a lot. But, anyways, we're gonna take a few minutes break. I'm gonna grab something to drink because, Jesus fucking Christ, I have a headache. I'll be back in a few minutes. So, stay right there. We will be back with some games, unless some people have some other videos that they want me to take a look at. But, I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. what do we got here? Actually, there is a topic you should look into, but it's pretty graphic. Okay, I'll probably leave that for either something to look into off stream or something to really just mainly keep as like a video or something. Alright, hang on, let me oh, Jesus Christ. Of fucking course it's in Florida. Anyways, let's, there we go. Switched back. Anyways, hello, I'm back. Alright. Anyways. I'm calmed down now. Yeah, probably not gonna look at it on stream, just for that particular... So yeah. Again, I'll probably take a look at it off stream, but just from the title alone, it's pretty fucked. That's all I will say. Ugh. React to his video. Jesus Christ, hang on. Okay, what is this? Alright, hang on. Fuck. Alright, let's just take a look at this.
And you thinking, what? Huh? How did we get here? Why? How? What is wrong here? And I have nothing for you. The only thing I have to say is jail.
Tampa woman is facing charges after police say that she had an inappropriate relationship with a teen on social media.
And police think there could be more victims out there.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers is live in the Tampa newsroom, or rather in Tampa, with the very latest on the investigation. Nicole?
Stacey, Josh, good evening. These are crimes that the police chief describes as unsettling and disturbing. That 22-year-old woman is now facing several charges, we're told, all started on social media.
Yeah, that's fucked, man. Had to be Leon. Oh boy. Is there some lore about Leon that I don't know about? Because I'll just be dead honest, I know nothing about him. But yeah, that is a pretty fucked situation, I will say. Again, I'll probably take a look at it off stream, mainly considering the heavy topics that are within it. But let's just turn that off. Minimize that. Ah, alright. Hate the double standards as well, Ark. But anyways, what we will do now is we are going to be going... Let's just kill the music real quick, considering that we are about to get started with the game. Ugh. But let's get into some gaming here, shall we? We are going to be continuing with... My fucking god! Thank you for blasting my fucking eardrums. That is fantastic. Okay, good. It's all properly centered. Okay, I don't care about the backstory here. I saw a meme calling a gator typical Florida dog. You know, that's... Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Anyways, where the fuck did we leave off? We're at room 100, apparently. How fantastic. Let's save. I... forgot. I forgot that that's the... Fuck. I forgot that that's the... Anyways. Let's go! We react to the COD developer assault towards Christopher Judge. Maybe another time. Maybe another time. Because I want to get some gaming done here. I am already not liking this. I'm already not liking how this looks. I am... not liking this Temple of Doom aesthetic that we're going for here. What in fuck's good name is this? Hello there, Thug. I knew that this would fucking awaken you. I'm gonna get jumped in here, aren't I? Nope, I'm not. Fuck. Mm-hmm, yes. Ah, yes, Bloodborne. No. Alright, anyways. Oh shit, we got two doors here. Which one's open? Let's find out. That one's open. Fantastic. Something's gonna pop up here. Never fucking mind, I'll just... I can never fucking guess if something is actually gonna pop up here or not. God, I am... Sandy doesn't have a reflection, he's a vampire. Oh no. The secret is out. The skeleton appears. Probably not just... I'm not gonna go over there. Even if there is a note. Is there a note? Oh, there isn't a note. Okay, not worth my time. Difficult question to answer, but what franchise do you think could lend itself to a horror game? Yeah, that is actually pretty fucking that is actually a pretty fucking tough question. I don't think I can answer that. I genuinely don't think I could answer that. Ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, hello. We got a note. What do we got? I think this is my last note. I'm gonna die I'm going to die having never found my escape, but really that's not true. This place was like my escape from everything else. In the end, my death is kind of... What is up with this man and fucking romance, man? Wait, hang on. What? Is that fucking wall moving away from... No. Something's off about this hallway. I don't like the noises here. I don't like it. Is the hallway also getting thinner? Oh, God. Oh, the hallway's also getting thinner, isn't it? Yep, it's getting thinner. It's never ending and it's getting thinner. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, no, wait. Oh. Oh. Oh, hi. To take the dead. Thank you. Okay. You know, I was not expecting that. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, well, I guess if I ever see an endless hallway, probably just turn back. Do not trust the endless halls. Ah, shit's different now. Alright. Well, this is gonna be great. Why is there static? Why is there static? Why is there static? How do I get out? How do I get out? Oh, fuck off. Let me out! I don't want to be in the Otherworld Funhouse. The note? It was such a surprise that there would be another entry, another actual entry, one I could admire, but then suddenly as it came it left, and now you disband. Your influence and inspiration will never leave me. That's great. How the fuck do I get out? Oh. Okay. I literally just had to read the fucking note. Okay, that's... Okay. Well, this is already starting to... This is already starting to... This is already a fantastic start to whatever the fuck is happening now. Alright, nothing's here. I don't like this. Run, 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 run. I am not trusting hallways. I am not trusting these fucking hallways. Are you... wait a... yes, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? Do I dare? I don't want... Yeah, I'm not pressing that. I'm not trusting that shit. Fuck you. Wait, isn't this literally just the same fucking room? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, hey, we got some, Wait, we can play these? No, no distractions! No distractions! Oh, yeah, that's... yes! That is a great thing to see. Totally didn't just activate my fucking acrophobia right there. That's great. Yeah. Fuck, which path is the... Okay, that's not the right one. So I gotta go this way. No, no. Oh, come on, not again! What the fuck? Yes, I'm sorry, how did we go from Temple of Doom to, fucking SCP Secret Lab? The doctors needs a key card. Needs to stick up your ass. That's what it needs. Oh, yeah, I don't. No. Yes. Oh, great. One of them's broken. That's always a. This is a welcome sight. Subject 5 is growing more and more restless. I told Spook we need more funds for sedatives, but she just laughed and flew into the ceiling. Without more chemicals to keep these things docile, I'm not sure how much longer we can keep them here safely. Yeah, that's not good. Oh! No! 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 I know what's happening here! I know what's happening here! Something's gonna show up! Leave subject 5 is loose. Yeah, no shit. Oh my god! What the fuck is that?! Is it... Is it done? Is it done? What the fuck was that? No, we ain't moving past that. What in the fucking rain world is that? Why was there... What was that? Stop! They've got me fucked up. The brain? You say that like that's something I actually have to worry about. Do I have to worry about a flying brain now? Fucking Terraria up in this bitch? Is that what we're dealing with now? It's actually a pretty rare random encounter room. Oh, sweet. Consider me fucking lucky. Right now, I'm more concerned about the fact that fucking arachnophobia incarnate is apparently now a factor in this game. What is this? Sorry, I just got flashbanged by the blinding light of heaven. What is this? It's the smoke room. You don't have a smoke room? Fuck no, I don't. I'm sorry, what the fuck was that noise? Donk? Oh, fuck. For fuck's sake. God damn it. So, is that... Fuck! This way. This way. This way. Motherfucker. This way. This way. This way. This way again? Motherfucker. Okay, this way. This way. This way. This way. Yes! I'm not gonna like those rooms, especially if I have... No. No, I'm not falling for that again. You can go fuck yourself with that. I don't like the look of this room. I don't like the look of this room. No, I'm not. Nah. You have a beverage nearby? I just finished it. Ugh. I don't like the look of this room. Yay! Yippee, what the fuck is this? You can do it, we can help, Papa John's. Thank you, Black Knife Assassin that's on this poster. Thank you very much. Yeah, I already read the super chat. It happened a while ago, like, very early on in the stream. And it caught me the fuck off guard, because that is the first, donation I've ever actually gotten. Keep that blood pumping. Or what? Safety, yeah, that's great. Submechanophobia is a fear of submerged human-made objects either partially or entirely underwater. That is great information, and I am terrified as the implications of that. Ugh. Well, here we go. What do we got? Ah, another bridge. That's great. That's great. I don't like these, like, windy fucking things. They freak me out. I learned that I had said fear a few months ago. Damn. Alright. I'm glad all those elevators are 100% safe. The fact that you keep on talking about how safe those elevators are, I am now very concerned as to the implications of what the fuck that means. Bridges like that and rope bridges freak me out. Yeah, you know what? Agreed. I would never be able to stand on bridges like that. That would freak me the fuck out. I have a bit of a fear of heights, if you can't fucking tell. Fear of heights, ocean water, and roller coasters. Mainly heights for me. That's the shit that always fucking gets me. Yes, this is a very great looking room. Definitely not freaky at all. Thank you. Yes, this is a great looking room. I'm being chased. What the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Why am I here? Why am I sent here? I don't like this. I don't like this place. Another super chat. I'll take a look at that fucking... No. Stop. I don't know what was chasing me, but I don't think I'm a fan of it. Anyways, what the fuck happened? I shall return, assuming you're still streaming by then. Alright. I have no idea. Oh, Jesus. I did not want to look behind me. Hell no. What's up, Andy? Ah, fuck. God. You put Lost in Vivo of your list of games to play? That sounds fucking freaky as hell. It's that question earlier because I saw a video pitching ideas of Transformers horror games. Damn. Anyways, so, does anyone care to explain to me as to what the fuck was chasing me? Oh god, what does this say? I think this is my last note? Okay, I think I've already read that one. Sadaka. Oh, fuck off. Getting chased by that. You are here. I am fucking where? Yeah, that's real fucking helpful, thank you. Oh, you've got me fucked right up. Oh. Jesus. Wait, what? Oh, hi. Who are you? Are you the guy that left a bunch of fucking notes around? How the fuck did I already get to 200? I wasn't even paying attention. Is this Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion? It took you that long to figure out what game we're playing? Ugh. Jesus. But how the fuck did I already get to 200? I wasn't paying attention to what room I was at. I'm already at 200. How the fuck did that happen? So just FYI, you have encountered specimens 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. Great. Love to hear that. I don't know what any of them fucking are, but that's great. Anyways, give me a moment. Alright, anyways. Alright. Specimen 1 is a cardboard cutout. Specimen 2 is the Goop Man. Specimen 3 is the Giant Centipede. Specimen 4 is Sadako from the Ring. And 9 is the weird giant head. Okay, good. Well, at least so far from what I've learned, most of those are usually just chase sequences where I need to run for my fucking life. And with at least one of those things, I just need to make sure that I don't get trapped in an infinite hallway. Anyways, onwards and onward and downwards. Specimens. I'm scared as to what the fuck Specimen 7 is. What the fuck is Specimen 7? What the fuck is this? I'm sorry, I didn't think that we were entering the fucking marble biome. Hello? Jesus Christ. Specimens. Specimen 6? Who is Specimen 6? Little puppet dude? Who the fuck? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh god, not the static again. What is happening? What the fuck is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Okay, I'm dead. was that? And what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do there? That's specimen 5. Thank you. I literally got fucking cornered. What did it expect me to fucking do at a locked door other than fucking die? You have to find another open one? Oh, you've got to be fucked. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You can run through and past enemies. Okay, well that's good to know. I need a minute to fucking collect myself because I was not expecting to get chased down. I was not expecting to get chased down by Anastasia Tarnished Eater out of fucking nowhere. Wait, is this the DLC? What fuck? There's fucking DLC for this game? If you find an axe, don't kill a deer. Okay, good to know. I'll make sure that I keep that in mind. Well, so far I haven't found an axe, so that message won't exactly be the most useful. There's 2 DLCs? Okay, I'm sorry, I actually have to look this up now. I gotta look this up now. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where the fuck it is, though. I don't know where the fuck I would find it. I will go fuck myself, then. The dollhouse and hospital? Yeah, I haven't seen that. Oh. Yeah, the main menu theme is actually pretty good. Fucking love it. But, holy shit, well then. Let's see here. Options. Crowd control. Nah. I would have thought that there would have been like a thing where it's just like, I don't know, fucking lore entries of like the fucking specimens that you've run into. I don't know if that's a thing that you can find. Is that a thing? I don't know. There are if you had interacted with the computer. I didn't trust the fucking computer, okay? I'm sorry, it's very hard to trust shit in a fucking horror game, man. I saw a computer and I thought that, I don't know, it was gonna, like, summon some shit on top of me. Like, you never fucking know. Wow, that's great. There's an advertisement for the axe. Chop till you drop. Well, I already dropped earlier, so yeah, there you go. Alright, anyways, let's try this again. Hopefully I'll maybe make it to 250. I don't know. And hopefully I don't end up getting railed by a butcher knife again. I mean, at least there's one thing that I can safely say, and that is that I at least at least now can very quickly pick up on if I'm being chased by a fucking goo man. Like if a chase sequence with that guy is about to start, I can now basically tell that that's gonna happen, mainly because there's just like this weird fucking slowdown that happens the moment that you enter the next room that only happens when you're dealing with him. So at least it's easy to tell whenever I'm dealing with that guy. With everything else, though, I have yet to fucking figure anything out. Hello. This place is starting to finally affect me. I've seen enough horror movies to know how to survive a simple ghost or two, but these monsters keep getting faster and stranger. Yeah, no fucking shit, buddy. Yep, okay, there it is. Wow, it's right on fucking cue. I was just talking about you. I was just talking about you. Fuck. Really? God, not again. Is it, like, scripted for something like this to happen? God, I am not liking this. Is it over? Well, at least I survived. At least I survived. 25 more rooms. Let's do a tip for the centipede. You could tell if there's a chase by seeing if there's holes in the ceiling. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the tip. God. Should I trust this note? In order to survive, I need to keep writing notes. I must do everything central protagonist would do and hope this is one of those stories. Insert obscure horror reference that no one gets and misinterprets as instructions somehow. Great. Okay, thanks, game. Son of a fucking bitch! No! For fuck's sake, the fucking brain. Mm-hmm. Yes, what the fuck is this room? Hi.
You made it this far. That's great. I shall grant you a gift for your progress. So just keep going.
Yeah, thanks. Why the fuck are you wearing the fucking Zamor set from Elden Ring? Really? Of course. Password pumpkin? That's great. I think I will take this milestone. Also, we got password here. Well, let's do that. Oh, it just takes me here. It just takes me back here. Okay, thanks. That's good.
That's great. I shall grant you a gift for your progress. So just keep going.
Alright. Well, at least we get to experience this again. Hi! Alright, I will take that milestone. Alright. Whew boy! That was pretty good! That was pretty fucking good. Alright, well, I think for right now, we are going to pretty much call it a day. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by, and a special thank you to those who stopped by and decided to actually make use of the donation feature that I actually now have. Dear God, I did not expect anyone to actually throw money towards me, but hey, genuinely very fucking grateful for that. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for stopping by. Had a lot of fun with this one. Hopefully you guys had almost as much fun as I did. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll be seeing you, well, whenever next time is, whether that's in another stream or within a video. So yeah, anyways, take care, everyone. Don't worry, Andy, I will be on Discord, do not worry. But yeah, I'll be seeing you.